one-stop shop specializing in children's dentistry and orthodontics for over 23 years. From routine care, braces, and aligners to orthodontic planning, Children's Dental Fun Zone accepts Medi-Cal, PPO, and HMO insurance plans. For a free consultation, visit their website, cdfzone.com, or call them at 833-586-7898. And let them know that Sedano and ESPN LA sent you. Children's Dental Fun Zone. Sparkling smiles, happy kids.
USC football is more than a game. It's tradition, pride, and unforgettable Saturdays in the Coliseum. Be there for every kickoff, every touchdown, and every unforgettable moment this season. Secure your football season tickets today and lock in the best seats, exclusive fan benefits, and memories that last a lifetime. Don't miss out. We need you in the stands. Visit usctrojans.com or call 213-740-GO-SC.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station.
It is Travis Rogers. It is DeMarco Farr. The Travis and DeMarco show is on right now. Here we go, your Monday, June 23rd, 2025. Hopefully you had a beautiful weekend. And DeMarco Farr is over that sickness he had. It's been a while since DeMarco's been in studio. Welcome back, DeMarco. Just in time to talk about the NBA Finals. Your Oklahoma City Thunder. I mean, if they're your teammate, they're probably not. But anyway, Oklahoma City wins last night over Indiana. The nasty injury to Tyrese Halliburton, we'll talk about it. Of course, it is a Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday. Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Please enjoy responsibly. Plus, we'll talk Dodgers Nationals over the weekend. The Angels stumbled at home to those stinking Astros. Plus, so much more. Let's do it. The Travis and DeMarco Show. Welcome back, DeMarco, is on for your Monday right now.
He must be excited. We got a live imaging Monday. Not live, I guess, but custom imaging. Welcome back, DeMarco.
I missed you guys. What's happening?
You're alive?
I am
good?
alive, barely. Oh
Barely?
my God! Don't ever go to Portland.
Yeah.
Whatever's up there
Did
is
you catch
bad.
the Portland flu?
Something. I don't know. Almost didn't make it. I don't want to take Chris's bit, but good Lord, I know what he means.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
How
yes.
banged up were you? I mean, you were gone
Bad,
for a while.
bro. Really
Yeah?
bad. Really, really bad. And I was sick too.
Double dip.
Oh yeah, it was graduation.
Yeah.
That lawnmower stealing, you know what, was up
Yeah,
there.
I would look.
Yeah.
I mean, we can get right into it right now
Yeah.
if you want
But
to.
no,
I know there
cool.
was a lot of positivity involved. I know
lot
there was
of positives.
an incredible accomplishment
Yes.
involved. But
missed you guys. My daughter graduated from Oregon State.
yes,
It's an engineering school. Did you know that?
I did know that.
2,000 engineering grads.
Okay.
Were all out in Reser Stadium.
Yep.
There were 1,100 business school grads.
Okay.
And 94 education grads. And she was
one of the 94.
one of the 94. It
Yeah.
was awesome. The small, the proud. There's hope for the future.
Well, we need it.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, there's hope for the future. She
Yeah.
gave a 4-minute speech, surprised the hell out of us. I did not know she was going to be speaking. It was all I could do to hold it together. But her speech was so inspiring. Her whole entire class got up, gave her a standing O.
That's terrific.
The building got up, gave her a standing O. So there's hope for the future. And I cannot believe that I helped raise this cool, smart, fierce, awesome human being. It was the first time I saw my kid as an adult.
That's terrific.
No, it sucks. That
You-
means I'm old. Yeah, but it was
well,
awesome.
Two things can be true at the same time. You can be old and busted up and be a proud dad, and it can be terrific. But you got to. Why was she giving a speech?
Why was she giving a speech?
Why? I'm asking you.
What do you mean?
Why did she speak? Why was she the one that got to speak?
She's awesome. You mean the title, the valedictorian?
That-
Yeah, that's what you're looking for.
Yeah,
oh,
that's-
okay. Yeah.
Brag about her.
I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
thought I did. She's awesome. Yeah, she's great. I want to play the speech. It's just 4 minutes.
She was the valedictorian at college. Look,
Yeah.
being the valedictorian in high school is a big deal. That's a very big deal. At college?
It was awesome.
Get out of here.
Yeah, it was really super
incredible.
awesome. Yes.
It's one person gets to be the
I
top
know,
of the
that's
class.
what I'm saying.
You should
It's
brag
an
about
incredible
that.
accomplishment.
Well, okay, so this is funny. So my ex-wife was there, and we're sitting in the front row. We did not know she was going
you
to be
had
speaking.
not seen each other for a long time.
Thank God. But we were there, and it was cool. The first person I saw when I walked in was her. And the first thing I said was, oh, blank, like loud. And I did not mean to say it.
What was the first thing you said to her?
Oh, blank.
Okay, second thing you said to
I'm
her.
walking. She was coming from my blind side. And I looked and saw her, and the first thing I said was, oh, blank, right?
Okay.
And just kept it cool. Anyway, so it was weird sitting there watching my daughter give her speech and try to hold back all these emotions and all this stuff. Bro, I mean, there were so many twists and turns.
How did you keep it together? I would have lost it the second and I don't want to steal the story. You didn't know she was going to do this.
At all. That's what I'm saying. So I'm sitting here, and how am I holding it together? I'm thinking about all this stuff, and I swear it put me in some sort of, I don't know, think of the most weird director, kind of like the Big Lebowski in a dream scenario, when he's flying through the air in a bowling pin. That. So I'm having one of these moments, and I could see my entire life until I'm sitting right here with you and how I wound up here.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's weird.
All this is coming to an end right in front of me.
And it happens like that.
Yeah.
It happens really quick. And this flood of incredible emotions, and 98% of them are good, but there's also a little bit of like sadness.
God,
because
tons.
They're adults. They're going to go launch themselves into the whatever's coming next. It's a lot, man.
I'll say this.
It's a lot.
Whatever I owed anybody to that first life, we're done. That's what I was thinking.
You've paid your account.
There she
your
is.
Account is closed.
Right. There she is. Her parents, my ex-wife's parents, were in the room. There she is.
Yeah.
We're done.
I have an idea of one more place you're probably going to have to interact.
Yes.
Nah, look, hold on. She's going to Spain after this, and they're going to break up. Yeah, I know what you mean. No, they're going to break up.
That's going to be forever.
Yeah.
Hopefully she finds a lovely person along the way.
One boyfriend for 5 years is cool with me. I'd rather have one boyfriend 5 years than 5 and 5 or 6 and 5.
No,
so
I'm with
we're
you
good.
on that.
But they ain't going to make it through Spain. I hope not.
But then there could be whoever comes next.
Stop it.
I'm also not praying for
Javier
a
from
heartbreak.
Madrid might have some game.
Stop. Anyway.
Yeah.
Rodrigo.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Alejandro.
I mean, it's not unprecedented.
Yes, but yes, all awesome. Missed you guys. Missed all the big freaking news. And I
of
told
big
you they're
news.
going to start hitting Ohtani. I told you.
Who's going to start hitting Ohtani?
People, you're not going to let that dude just go out there and rake. I told you.
Yeah, no, it was.
You told me
it
beanball was over.
It kind of was until it wasn't.
But, I mean,
and then it came back because the Dodgers couldn't stop hitting Tatis. Look, the Dodgers kind of lit this fuse. This was not something that the Padres decided to kick off. It was something the Dodgers, I don't know if they did it. I don't think it was done on purpose, but they painted the Padres into a corner where they had to respond.
And it's just baseball.
Yes.
Okay, so when I'm watching football games with people that don't normally watch, and then something bad happens, there's a big hit over the middle. Somebody gets decapitated and they don't move. Get out the stretcher. They tell their son immediately, you're never playing football. Been through this before, right? It is football. Even though they're trying to make it safer, things like this happen.
Sure.
That's the sport. Eventually, you're going to get back to what baseball used to be. Stuff like this will kick it off. This ain't over. You know this, right?
No. I agree with you completely on that. This was chapter 1.
Right,
The book is not a one-chapter book. There's going to be additional
And Ohtani
things.
doesn't get through his entire career without going through something like this.
Well, I mean, the answer is no now because because it's already
They all
happened.
do.
But the Dodgers hitting Tatis as often as they did was kind of one of these. Well, you don't get to keep doing this. We have to do. You're forcing me to respond. Like this is a little geopolitical at the moment too. It's like
go ahead.
I have to do something now. Like you know,
I got to respond.
I have to respond to you at some level. But
well, that's what I don't know.
Yeah.
Are they hitting Tatis or are they just hitting Tatis?
Doesn't matter.
I know, but that's the question I have.
But that's.
Because if you're hitting Tatis, you're stupid.
The Dodgers are saying it just is happening. And they're saying, well, why does it only happen to him? And why does it only happen to him against you?
Oh, well, if they're a bunch of punks, then it wouldn't matter. But if you're hitting my guy, I got to do something. But are you trying to hit him? Because if you're trying to hit him, you're going to get Ohtani hit.
Yeah, well,
that's
did.
baseball.
And that's what happened in it. But it's not.
Well,
and that's what was surprising.
If you're not trying to hit him, then be more careful because you just got me hit.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And that's what I think will be readdressed in the middle of August when they play each other again. The Dodgers owners bought the Los Angeles Lakers while you were gone. That was a fairly large story along the way.
I was that close to coming in.
To muscle through?
And I was literally dying. Was it 9, 10. I'm doing Christmas now. I felt like I was melting.
Oh, Jeff fevers.
No,
by the way,
body aches, teeth were hurting.
Body aches are bad. Bad teeth is the fever. It makes you kind of hallucinate a little bit. You can't really sleep, and if you do sleep, you get really weird ass dreams. Oh yeah. When I had that thing that wiped, oddly enough, when Luka got traded to the Lakers, I didn't come in that following Monday because I was hallucinating from my dreams. That stuff's nasty.
I was all over the place this last 10 days, because of that.
But you're kind of in and out of sleep. Like, did that actually happen? Is that a real thing? Did I imagine that, or did that actually go down?
Well, it actually broke through as real, and I thought this could not be a bad thing if you make the Lakers into the NBA version of the Dodgers. That can't be a bad thing, right?
It's not. The next person that says this is anything other than a home run or a slam dunk, to use a basketball analogy, will be the first. There's literally no downside to it.
No.
There's no but. There is no but. It is unequivocally a smash success.
True. I don't know who said it or if I could say it out loud. If I don't give... Yeah, it was something about when you get right down to it, the Lakers are mom and pop.
Yeah.
And mom and pop at $10 billion, that ain't bad.
No, it was mom and pop in just the scope of the organization.
How it was run.
Not as in their pedigree. Their pedigree is as good as anybody's, but they're house poor, for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
Like the thing is worth $10 billion, but I can only get $10 billion if I don't run it. Like, I need more cash to go through it, and now there's nothing but cash.
If you can, if you can go public with that thing, if you can turn them into the Dodgers, where even money doesn't matter now, but if it really doesn't matter, how can this be a bad thing?
It's not.
Yeah, I don't mind being the evil empire as far as basketball is concerned.
No, it's different, but all of the fundamentals that make the Dodgers can be applied to the Lakers, other than unlimited payroll because it's a cap league. But that really is the only place where it gets dramatically different. Everything else can be run virtually identically. Hire the smartest people. What up, Sam Presti? Right?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get to that coming up in just a minute. Hire the smartest people. Give everybody exactly what they need. Offer an exemplary experience in the building for your employees, for your players, where you don't miss a trick. Dodgers have 2 team planes.
Yeah.
They just say, you know what? One's cool. Well, how about 2? And just build the thing out from the inside out to where everything runs the way it's supposed to.
So the only person I think that might be affected to where it could turn into a bad job is coach or manager. Coach.
Well,
because if you're like Dave, you're not going to get all the credit. You're going to get most of the blame, and all your decision making is going to be challenged everywhere.
Dave Roberts is still there.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I mean. Like they maybe from the outside, but not from the inside.
Well, you got to remind yourself that he's actually really good. He's going to the Hall of Fame.
He is.
Right.
But to stay on that point is the noise that you're describing is almost all external. The noise is not internal.
I would want it. I would love to be in this position to have the fastest car.
The noise that was internal previously was actually from they changed the coach about every 2 years. Like they were not disciplined in supporting their people. That they would turn and burn guys like crazy. They went through 5 coaches in the last 10 years.
I mean, Dave is. That's what I'm saying. Dave is awesome. He's better than people give him credit for.
Yeah. No, but your point I think is a good one, which is basically that whoever that coach is, the Walter Group, the Guggenheim Group, they support their people internally. Whatever you and I are screaming on the radio, they don't
can
give
care
a
less.
damn.
But it's going to be like in the battle of public opinion. Let's say J.J. Redick. You're going to win 10 titles in 12 years, and no one's going to say your name.
I don't know about that.
I'm just out there.
I don't know
where,
about that.
Where it doesn't matter.
I think if they win 10 titles in 12 years.
In the Twitter ether, you'll never get the props
you need to delete
that
Twitter
you want.
From your phone. You're living in a different world,
I'm just
my
saying.
friend.
I would sign up for that, though.
What they should sign up for is Sam Presti and a blank contract. That's coming up next. DeMarco is back at 710 ESPN.
We told you it was going to be the biggest offseason in Lakers history.
Genie's still going to run the team, and this is massive.
New ownership, the draft, free agency, summer league, and the tip-off of the season with the King and Luka. Every moment of coverage of the Lakers offseason on 710. Powered by Pro Baller. Pro Baller, the official energy drink of the Los Angeles Lakers. And your home of Lakers basketball in the Southland is 710 ESPN. For ESPN LA contest rules, go to ESPNLA.com and click the contest button.
Hey everyone, this is Ramona Shelburne. Here's something I learned firsthand. A lot of ERs don't have pediatric specialists. But did you know that Children's Hospital Los Angeles is the go-to for complex cases? When my older son Daniel had a scary fall and later developed Bell's palsy, we took him to the local ER. But they didn't have a pediatric specialist, so they called Children's Hospital Los Angeles for guidance. Their expertise isn't just in-house, it's a resource for the whole community. When it comes to kids' emergencies, CHLA is the MVP that other hospitals turn to.
Ever feel like the road is out to... Thankfully, Hyundai is always working to ensure it doesn't, with over 130 IIHS Top Safety Awards since 2006. IIHS Top Safety Awards include Top Safety Pick and Top Safety Pick Plus awards to Hyundai vehicles from 2006 to 2025.
Now for a limited time, lease a Hyundai Tucson for only $259 a month. Or get 2.99% APR. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end July 7th. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Flashy discounts? Gimmicky sales? Don't fall for it. At Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, we give you honest, wholesale pricing all year long. No bogus markups, no tricks, just the best floors at the best prices. Call 866-62-FLOOR. No sale beats wholesale. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, check them out at hernandezwholesaleflooring.net or call them at 866-62-FLOOR.
For the best prices on hardwood carpet and more, call 866-62-FLOOR.
Hey, it's John Ireland. Laker fans, meet Pro Baller Energy, the official energy drink of the Lakers. It's clean energy without the crash. No synthetic junk, just a smooth boost to keep you focused and locked in. Whether you're teeing off early, powering through the workday, or just need that extra push, Pro Baller delivers. Grab the limited edition Lakers can, available now at Costco, Amazon, and select convenience stores. Pro Baller Energy. Champions choose clean energy.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
My car is making this noise. Sometimes it's like doot, 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 and sometimes it's like grrr.
Do you have a dash light on?
Oh, yeah.
Then we don't have to listen for clues. With the free Fix Finder service, we can read a check engine, ABS, or maintenance light to find the likely fix and even recommend a local shop if you need one.
So you don't need to hear the grrr.
Not with Fix Finder. Everything you need, nothing you don't.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Every success you've had began with a great opportunity. Now there's another one. Last aid year, University of Maryland Global Campus awarded over $21 million in scholarships to qualified students, including community college students, service members, veterans, and working adults. Now is the time to move your career forward with an online and accredited skills-based education. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chef.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Don't go on late, don't go late.
To Sedano and Cap for your chance to win a pair of VIP tickets to the biggest pro wrestling convention this Saturday, June 28th at Hilton LAX. Listen for the cue to call and be caller number 7 at 877-710-ESPN for 2 tickets with VIP access to the LAX Fan Fest +1 autograph by Ahmad Johnson. Listen to Sedano and Cap for your chance to win or visit fanfestlax.com for tickets. Nice to have
Alejandro.
Yeah. Alejandro, yeah.
Oh, I know why you're playing this. I hate you right now.
Alejandro, Rafael.
Hey, you know what?
Welcome
do your
back,
thing. Do your thing. I'm over that now.
So you do your thing. You said I asked you. We spoke. I don't know 3 or 4 days ago, and I said, how was the trip? It was great. I'm super proud of my daughter. Yeah, great. I said, how did the encounter with the ex-wife go? He said, I'll tell you on the air. So I'm going to leave that up to you.
Well, that was the first one. Was the
when
old
you
blank.
would like to get into it?
Oh God, this was the ultimate. Okay, so, well, for me and you, this was the ultimate for me, right? Okay, so everything you can feel the animosity, right? You know what's happening.
I feel like there's tension in the air.
Okay, so you saw the speech, a little bit of it. So about 2.5 hours from the moment she spoke, we're at dinner.
your family and her family.
And I'm sitting right next to this person again, and we still haven't really spoke. So we're there, and it's cool. Everybody's so happy, and we went to Trinity's favorite place in Corvallis. This is her spot.
This is her spot.
Right. So we're all just immersed in Trinity land, and we're looking around. You like this? I love this. This is really cool. I love this too. Great music, great everything.
She still have the cap and gown on?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Great tacos.
Yeah.
Thank God you brought this up. Peking duck tacos.
What?
Anybody?
Sure. They had the crispy skin?
Yes.
Yeah, wonderful.
Oh, my God.
Of course.
Knocked our socks
Peking
off.
duck's delicious.
So her boyfriend said, we're going to go have duck tacos, and I wanted to sock him. Who has duck tacos? One bite, I gave him a hug. I'm sorry. You're right. So we're there. Anyway, so this is the ultimate dig in there.
Yeah.
So we had a great night. The grandparents gave speeches. Trinity gave speeches. We all did the little tink, 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 said something, and I paid for everyone.
Well, sure.
Right in front of her.
Dad's burden.
You gosh darn right I did. And I was so happy, and I overtipped. I win.
Deep.
Yes. Thank you.
I like that.
Thank
I
you.
Like that.
I thought you would.
Yes. I appreciate the dynamic at play.
Uh-huh.
And I know you.
Soprano style.
And I
pay,
pay, you eat.
Thank
That's
you
the
very
way
much.
that it
Yes,
goes.
sir.
Bat rapper extraordinaire, radio host Clinton Yates in the house as well. So the Thunder win the championship last night.
Yeah.
They're the best team all season long.
Yes.
68 wins. They were the best team throughout the playoffs.
Deserved it.
They did deserve it.
Oh,
Shea's
absolutely.
the MVP of the league. He's the MVP of the finals. 30 points a game.
Dude.
Like
I think I like
First
Shea.
time somebody's done that since Wardell Stephen Curry.
I think I like Shea. Don't you guys like Shea?
How can you not? Well, I don't know if you have to like him, but you can't dislike him. There's
So
nothing to dislike
there was a
about him.
caption that said "Face of the NBA." I'm like, okay, here we go with this nonsense. Let the dude,
but-
let him enjoy it. But I like Shea. I like OKC. I'm
He's
happy they
fine.
won.
He's fine.
Yeah.
They're a worthy champion. They were
Yeah.
the best team, et cetera, et cetera.
No fluke.
It was also not a fluke at all.
Right.
But it was also oddly unsatisfying because Halliburton went down the way that he did. And Halliburton was obviously Indiana's best player. He went down early in the game, and it just felt
Robbed us of
like
a good game.
Indiana
Yeah.
might be able to shock the world, might be able to grab that game. And when he went down, it was like, yeah, that's just simply not going to happen.
Couple things on that front. Number one, the calf strain issue is a real one in the NBA writ large that has to go on like a completely different shelf to be investigated and looked at later. Reminder, the reason why Luka got traded out of Dallas is because he didn't come back from a calf strain fast enough, and Nico got mad about it, and Luka was like, F off, I'm not screwing around with the calf strain.
Yeah.
That said, the other thing was, I didn't like the way the Pacers handled Tyrese's situation. I would have sat him the entirety of Game 5.
Oh.
There's no way as an armchair doctor to sort of know how that's going to go, but if I'm thinking calf strain, limited minutes, non-elimination game on the road, that's the game you sit.
Yeah.
If it comes back to Game 6, an elimination game, you play at home, fine. If it's Game 7, then you go. But when it went, that inevitability almost made me more upset than the underwhelmingness. Because I'm thinking, we're just playing this guy till he falls off the road. Like, I hate that feeling in basketball.
I think is the answer.
I know. And I
He
don't
says he
like
wants
that.
to go. It's hard to tell him not to.
That's
with
where
you,
it's
DeMarco.
tough. I think the NBA has to take a look at this because and no shot to the NFL. It's not the NFL. The next man up element is not the same in the NBA.
Totally. But
you
if
lose a guy, that guy's done.
But if
you don't have a replacement.
if you're going to him
Yeah.
and saying, "Hey, look, we think it's better for you and for us if you sit," and he says, "Hell no, I want to go out there with my guys."
What do you do?
That's what I'm saying. That's
I think
regardless
that's
of sport. I would
love
say
that.
he's going to play until it falls
I,
off.
I don't love it either, but I agree with DeMarco. I think it's one of those deals where Indiana getting back to the finals, maybe not, but probably not.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, and so everything broke their way this year. They got to the finals. I'm the best player on the team. I've got a chance to go maybe win a title, and it's not like the Warriors or it's not even LeBron James or these guys that guys. I'm going to get back to this more
That's
than
one
just
of the most
one time.
glorious ways to go out in sport. What you just saw,
and I'm going to go out on my back if I have to.
I broke it
I
for you
have
guys.
to go do this, and if it breaks, it breaks.
Is
I get
basketball? It's the sport. The length of the season is causing all these.
It's a myriad of factors that starts, in fact, with how much basketball guys have played before they even get into the league. That's a whole other discussion.
Oh, shoot.
It's not unlike arms for pitchers in high school. We're talking about a similar kind of vein, and that's why if I'm an NBA executive,
I've got to find a way to protect my own guys against their own interest on some level, because this is, again, 3 guys this playoffs alone have had this happen. And at some point you think to yourself, and I saw a tweet about this, we talked about it a little earlier on the program, is the NBA going to have to start treating calf strains like concussions, where it's like you get a calf strain, you are out, period, for a certain amount of time due to the protocol because of the way we see the kinetic chain work out. This is a how are you situation in terms of Dr. Clapper. We've had a bunch of guys, and for Halliburton, it went hamstring, calf, Achilles in 3 weeks, in 3 series. And that, to me, it's like, at some point, we're going to have enough medical data, if you will, or at least evidence to say we might want to change how we let
You
this
mentioned the
happen.
guy, though, that I think is kind of relevant in this, and it's Luka.
Yeah.
Luka had some, and Luka's in a different category than Halliburton. Luka's in a category that I think he believes, and I think most people probably believe. Guys, I'm going to get here a bunch of times, and let me be extra cautious that if I need to shut this down. Tyrese Halliburton's looking and goes, this may be my one shot to ever do this in my entire
He'll be
life.
back. They won't
I
together.
gotta go.
Yeah, he'll be back
I
and
have
playing.
to do it. Where if it's LeBron, Curry, these guys is like,
how many
Luka,
guys?
it's like, I'll wait.
Three this playoffs
Tatum,
alone.
him, who else?
Lillard.
Yeah. Lillard, it happened against the Pacers, in fact.
Yeah.
What about before this?
Durant,
era?
it happened in the finals a couple seasons ago as well.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like at some point you've got to sit down and maybe if you're the NBA, look at the doctors and say, can we get some actual info on this? Because everybody said with Durant they weren't correlated. 3 ones later, I got to believe they are.
How many games were they playing in the 80s?
Same.
Okay, so
the playoffs were slightly shorter.
Maybe it's how you're having to stack games together, because I know the schedule was a slog and it was stupid.
Yeah.
I'm sure that
It
contributed.
also be maybe how people are playing so much better, faster, stronger. So your body isn't keeping up with
Not
the
unlike
evolution
the
of the
elbow
body.
thing that we're talking about. That if in the '80s, guys could pitch 250 innings, but they were throwing 90 miles an hour.
Playing
now
too
they
much.
throw 100 innings, but they throw 100 miles an hour. They play a lot. They play differently. They play more aggressively. They play more athletic. All of these things, and the body's the body. It's going to break at a certain point.
There's a really good story from a couple years back in ESPN.
Because I would
magazine
say SGA didn't break.
About that.
No, that's what I'm saying.
But
You're
SGA
right.
Canadian came up on a slightly different circuit. I mean, like,
there's
a really good story about how the youth level of basketball, they play too much basketball. And as a result, guys' lower levers, by the time they get to even college, are banged out in a way of usage rate that they probably shouldn't be.
When did you guys become one-sport athletes?
I was a junior in high school.
Probably so, same.
Okay.
And I always played 2, but I played 1, then 1. You know what I'm saying? I always played basketball, but I played, and I stopped playing baseball and started playing soccer.
Not get too deep into it, but there's parents out there allowing their kids to be sports-specific at, like, the 5th grade.
I don't get
even before that.
I don't get
that.
that.
I get you. You're playing too much basketball
on a real level, and I don't even get that on a fun level. Like, you know what I'm saying? The cool part about playing sports is that you play different ones.
Yeah.
And you got to do different things.
Yeah,
but
man.
it's a real issue. So.
Yeah, swimming's got girls too. Let's go.
Yeah. Well, there's the Pacers side of it, and it feels like, okay, maybe this was their shot. They took it and came up just a hair short to get to Game 7. Their best player goes down. And then there's the OKC side of it, which is this may be the beginning of something that lasts quite some time. And I'm not saying they're going to rip off 4, 5, 6 in a row, but they may be in it for 4, 5, 6 years in a row and get 2 or 3 more along the way.
OKC not sexy, and I'm claiming them. I do have right to claim them because I was in Seattle. They used to be the Sonics. So,
you're doing that deal?
Of course, I'm
You're
connected.
doing that
That's
deal?
proximity. I'm connected.
But you're a Lakers fan.
Do you get the Milwaukee Brewers because they used to be the Seattle
I'm
Pirates?
trying to get into the Thunder party, so I'm connected. Hold on a minute. So I just wonder, okay, so if SGA isn't sexy enough for the NBA to sell, can you send someone else there?
No, they're fine. Their sell is the team sell.
I'm with you on that.
Oh, don't sleep on 2-time NBA champion Alex Caruso teaching the entire locker room how to pop bottles.
That was fun.
Things that he learned in the bubble with the Lakers.
That's dope.
That was fun. I think that's their whole deal, is that their team is their draw. And so
I loved it. I thought they were great. They deserved it. Yeah. They were the best team all year.
I don't think anybody's arguing that they don't.
Yeah.
They're perfectly fine.
Right.
Which is, I think, moves us emotionally exactly how that sounds, which is not at all. No one's saying it's illegitimate. No one's saying they got lucky. No one's saying they didn't have the best players. They had a great season, and everyone went, okay.
Sometimes the best thing at the barbecue is potato salad. Their potato salad.
The most obvious response, or most obvious reason is the one. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, and by the way, they're going to be the best team going into next year. They're going to be the odds-on favorite next year, and probably in going into the 27 season, same thing. Going into the 28 season, probably the same. Doesn't mean they'll win it every year, but it means that they're set up to win it every year.
Sort of like how the Warriors were for the past 10 years
I wonder
before the last couple of years.
if the Lakers follow that model and just go young.
No.
Don't hold your breath.
Well, I
That's
think
what I'm saying.
I think
Yeah.
there's a little difference to it now. I think there's there's somebody there that has a plan beyond the end of their nose. There's somebody there that has a plan beyond the end of their 40-something-year-old guy that I think is a great deal of optimism. And one of the things that the Dodgers did perfectly that the Lakers have an opportunity to do is sitting right there in front of them. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710. DeMarco's back.
Yeah!
ESPN. Highlands, my man. Highlands.
That's right. See, I'm
Highlands,
back.
Chafing creams.
Hold on a minute. There you go. Get my glasses back on. Messing with me again. Here we go. I don't mind being old anymore, Travis. My daughter graduated. If you ever had to deal with
There's only
chafing,
one way forward.
back in the day, in the playing days, or right now on morning walks, again, 15 miles in 3 days. Back at it, Travis. Chafing is real. And look, I don't need a lesson on how to prevent it. I already know about that stuff. Let me tell you what you can do about it right now. Keep Highlands Chafing Relief close and keep it close to you at all times. Goes on like a cream, dries like a powder, stays put even through sweat and water. This will be your saving grace through the summer. Trust me, guys, if you're dealing with chafing. Highlands Chafing Relief works fast, and it gets you back to feeling good, running, riding, hiking, doing whatever you have to do through this LA heat wave that you know is coming. Highlands has your back and your thighs and your arms. You know what I mean. Chafing shouldn't have to stop you or shouldn't stop you from doing what you love. Grabs Highlands Chafing Relief and feel the difference right now. Available today at Walmart and Target.
The biggest show on the radio.
Mason in Ireland is next at noon after Travis and DeMarco.
The Lakers no longer can be outspent. The guy who's now running the Lakers has had massive success running the Dodgers. The Dodgers have been to the playoffs 11 years in a row. They've been to the World Series 4 times. This is indescribably big news if you're a Laker fan.
It's just a titanic shift in the town.
The OGs of LA Sports Talk.
Mason and Ireland on 710.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Ready for a delicious escape? The New Islands Restaurant's $10 protein bowls are your ticket. Packed with over 40 grams of protein and stacked with fresh ingredients. They're only here for a limited time, so enjoy one today. Visit islandsrestaurants.com.
Hey, it's Mace. In tough times, a lot of people find themselves owing money to the IRS. It can really weigh you down, and you're confused about the right way to handle it. And all those scary ads on the radio about the IRS, they don't help. Tax relief advocates want you to relax, knowing that whether you owe $5,000, $50,000, $500,000 in tax debt, you don't have to fear the IRS another day. TRA has a proven 3-step tax resolution process, plus they're experts at working with special programs available from the IRS to help taxpayers get back on track. Easy to see why they have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. If you owe money to the IRS and feel trapped, don't lose hope. Tax relief advocates could reduce or even eliminate your debt. End your tax nightmare today. Simply visit TRA.com or call 800-575-1482. That's 800-575-1482. Again, 800-575-1482.
Pacific Palms Resort, LA's Hilltop Hideaway and #1 work and play resort, provides opportunities for all travelers and locals. Enjoy restful accommodation, dine in the Red Restaurant with an expansive outside patio, or pamper yourself and relax at the spa. Hit the links at one of their 2 championship courses, the Babe and the Ike. Pacific Palms Resort is the perfect choice for a Los Angeles venue for your business meetings, weddings, and big events. Enjoy a beautiful staycation or family holiday at their Hilltop property. Book your stay at LA's #1 work and play resort today at PacificPalmsResort.com.
Empower
Jen has ordered a decadent seafood tower, king crab legs, lobster tails, and a waterfall of caviar. Pricey? You bet. But Jen worked with Empower on her savings and investment strategy and planned for splurges like these. She got good at money, so she can be a little bad. Ooh, champagne. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risk. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. OMG, those shrimps are really jumbo.
Find what you love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you. Spirits and beer, thousands of wines. Guides in the know and prices so low, it just might blow your mind. You're gonna find what you love and love what you find.
With curbside pickup and delivery available, you'll always find what you love, only at Total Wine and More.
Drink responsibly, B21.
And it is the Travis and DeMarco Show on this Monday, a Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday. Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Please enjoy responsibly. We're all over Game 7 of the NBA Finals and so much more. The Travis and DeMarco Show rolls on your Monday on 710 ESPN and always on the all-new ESPN LA app.
You said you got back on the walk grind after being laid up for a few days?
What's 5'8", 5'1", and a 3.6 this morning. So
Yeah,
back at
14, 15 miles.
Bro, that's the other thing about being sick. It blew my average.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so mad about that. Our walk average, our daily.
Your stats.
Stats. Now I got to make it up. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to backload it.
Yeah. What were you, you were shooting for what? I heard you. You said you were shooting for how many miles in a year?
Tried to 1,500 on the year.
Yeah.
And I'm on pace.
So, which means I got to go 17.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So,
Yeah.
That's just my average.
I'm at 750 for the year, and June's not over, so I'm slightly ahead of pace.
That's why I'm up and going. Let's go.
did a 10 on Saturday, and I did a trail that I haven't done in a long time with a lot of climb.
Yeah.
But to get to the climb, you got to go down this path that had not been cut back in a while.
Oh, no.
Well, it's peak snake season, and I'm going through it, and I'm okay most of the time because as long as I can see where I'm setting my feet.
Bring a weapon?
No, but also I'm going on this trail. All of a sudden, all the grass is overgrown. I really can't see where I'm sticking my feet anymore, and I'm like, this is no bueno.
No bueno. Yep.
And so I'm like, you know what I'll do? I'm just going to get through this patch of trail a little faster. So I start running.
I was going to say, did you pick up the pace?
And so I started running, and I'm like, this is far worse.
Which makes them hear you.
Well, not only that, like, I'm going to step on one because I'm not even looking. And then I started thinking, the trail's all on me. I'm going to break my leg
I'm walking,
and get bit by a snake in the middle of nowhere.
You could hit me in the face with a bat, and I wouldn't see it coming because my eyes are on the ground.
Me too.
Yeah, the whole time. You don't have to walk, you perfectly built human being.
I walked a lot in Omaha. I did a lot of walking there. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but you don't have to walk like we have to walk. There you go. Yes.
I like walking. It's my favorite form of exercise.
So
second favorite. Then
we spent a lot of time talking about this last week. The Mark Walter buying the Dodgers.
Yeah.
The Lakers. And part of the reason that I think everybody is so excited is because of what they've built with the Dodgers and the way that they've built the Dodgers. That they built it with not just a fat wallet, which they've done, but they've done it with brains. They've done it with strategy. They've done it with expertise. That's a good word. And a lot of that expertise and brains and strategy and thought and vision and just the way that they operate is because of Andrew Friedman. That they went and they found the guy that was the best at this, who was in a smaller market, who had proven that his methods work even without a big fan base, even without a bunch of money, that the Rays were in the playoffs every year, that they were developing good players year after year after year with resources that were towards the bottom of the league. And they said, I wonder what that would look like if we gave him everything he needed. This is what it looks like. One of the best teams in baseball, won the division 12 of the last 13 years, won a couple of World Series, been in the World Series a couple other times. It works.
Shohei Ohtani coming along helps that.
Sure it does. But they were going to the World Series before Shohei Ohtani. Right. They know what they're doing. It works. Sam Presti is Andrew Friedman in this scenario.
This is the easy comp, and I don't think it doesn't make sense. I just don't feel they're going to do that for the Lakers.
They might not do it now. They might not do it next. What they did is they gave Ned Colletti 3 years. They looked around.
Mattingly stayed 2.
And Mattingly stayed for 4. Yeah. And then they finally went and made some changes along the way. But it doesn't have to be Sam Presti. It can be somebody like Sam Presti. It can be somebody that is doing really good work in another place. And I'm not trying to throw cold water on OKC's championship at all. I'm really, truly not with what I'm about to say. But wouldn't you like to come do it in a place that matters?
Okay. Yes.
Wouldn't you like to come do it in a place where?
Oh, if you're the guy.
Where I get it. You built this thing. Congratulations to you. It's awesome. You did the thing that no one thought you could do. You won a title in OKC. Imagine if you did it for the Lakers or the Celtics or one of these teams that actually matters.
Here's the thing.
It's a compelling argument.
It's a compelling argument. But Presti was with them when they were the Sonics, right?
I believe so.
He went with them from the Sonics to the Thunder. There's a loyalty element there that I think is different than the Friedman comp.
Yep.
Number 2, they actually won.
They did.
The Rays did not win anything, so that appeal was slightly different. I agree with you 100%.
You can always buy out of that.
You gotta find.
You can pay me out of that one.
You gotta
not interested. Let me try again. Not interested. Let me try again. Yeah,
I think
I'm with you. But
your best strategy is to find a Presti, not find the Presti.
Yes,
is what I'm saying.
You start with the Presti.
Okay, so you start with him.
And if you don't get him, and if for whatever reason, maybe not an LA guy.
The Presti camp.
Maybe he's like Anthony Rendon and doesn't want the Hollywood lifestyle, which is a direct quote, by the way. And so you go to the other guys.
God, I hate Tony
but
Rendon.
there is precedent here of finding someone whose methodology, maybe it's Sam Presti, maybe it's somebody that we haven't identified, but the Guggenheim Group has, that Mark Walter has, that maybe Andrew Friedman has, that knows another guy that understands infrastructure and how to build this stuff, and go and get that and let it grow. And that's the part to me that's so interesting about the Lakers, because what OKC has built is entirely sustainable. It is, and it's done not just because we caught lightning in a bottle.
Seems very modern.
Yeah, they're deep.
Exactly.
They've got a bunch of
Volvo.
guys. They've drafted really well. They don't turn the coach over all the time.
If I'm taking the job
it's
here,
steady.
Besides cash, what do I do with him? LeBron? Yeah.
Well, that's the question. That's the entire fulcrum of the situation. This is what I was explaining during the break.
Yeah.
You can't just build a team in the mold of OKC when you've already got a bunch of classic cars on the lot that you've got to get rid of or refurb or sell.
I would love it if you built an OKC version of the Lakers. It would be far sexier. It'd be a lot more. It would be fun to watch.
Yeah, but
with Luka at the head of it, of course.
The fundamental question is,
can
as long as Genie is around with any sort of impact, is that how you're going to do it? Is that what you want? Do you want a bunch of guys that are maybe not the face of the leagues?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Being a part of the overall thing. I know Luka's already there, but it's different.
If that's the vision you want, but you can't give me the pieces, I'll stay in OKC.
You've got
right.
You don't have to build it like OKC. They had to build it slightly differently because they had to cross their fingers that Shea would become a star. They got it right. He turned out to be a great player. You've got a great player, and he's in his early 20s, his mid-20s. There's no mystery about whether or not Luka Doncic is a great player. He is, and he's got 10 years of prime. Cross your fingers and hope that it works out.
No calf strain.
The wild card in this, like you mentioned, DeMarco, is LeBron James. And I think this is the first thing that you have to get some clarity on, is sit down and say, what do you want to do?
If you're LeBron, what do you do? Because everybody's looking at you right now.
Well,
I don't know about that.
The whole world is looking at you.
Not necessarily.
I agree with you.
The whole world is looking at you now. What do you do next?
What's your move?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. What's your move? And that he hasn't said anything about it is a move.
Zippo.
That's why I think that the whole world's looking at him in the sense of waiting for his next move. But I think people are as much concerned, particularly in LA, about because we need to know whether or not we're going to move on from you is also part of this.
Well, that's why the conversation starts with, what do you want?
Yeah.
And then they'll listen to what you want, and then they'll decide whether that lines up with what they want. And then if it does, let's get to work on it. And if it doesn't, let's get to work on it.
Today is
June
23rd.
Either way.
He has to make this decision by June 29th.
Yep.
I believe that is the case. That's when his opt-in player option is. And so we're not long for this decision. Don't get me wrong. This is not down. This is not an August situation.
Yeah.
No,
this is
imminent.
a quick turnaround. Right, exactly.
So you gentlemen couldn't sell Chet Holmgren to me, like in a box cereal or something? I can't put that kid in
Not
commercial.
with that goofy beard.
He just became a champion.
He looks
no?
like the evil critic in Ratatouille. That's what he looks like.
I'd
That's
be
why
mad.
you put him on a
I'm his
CEO.
agent.
Yeah.
I'd be mad. You can't sell this guy to somebody.
He's got a skeleton face.
He just won a championship. I don't care. Put him in the distance thing.
Don't put him on pictures of anything at all.
Skeleton face is entirely
And
true.
you know that OKC, those three guys have been in commercials all over the place.
Yeah.
So in March Madness, we couldn't get away from them. And they've tried, and it still doesn't work.
It's harder than being good at your thing. There's so many X factors that go into it that are more than just did you win? Well, sure, a lot of people win, but not everybody cuts through. And
Okay.
we'll see.
By the way,
Funny, I just saw Marshawn Lynch do one of the best Subway commercials I've ever seen in my life, and I think he might have
Marshawn
said
Lynch is
5
a
words.
Generational talent.
But that's what I'm saying.
In
Somebody
Hollywood.
figured it out.
Right,
Yeah.
in Hollywood, never on the football field. What I was going to say though is, OKC, there are pictures of Daniel and Caruso in the G League playing and coaching together that they now won a championship with.
Wow.
That kind of thing doesn't happen with the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? Like the G League guys are not
can I interrupt real quick?
pipeline guys. to
That's
their
the kind of
actual
thing
team.
that didn't used to happen with the Lakers.
Right. Okay.
Guys, it's different now.
I'm just saying.
It's different now. I'm telling you, the vision beyond tomorrow now exists. It's going to take them a minute to get all the pieces in place, but the people that were calling the shots before,
it's different.
We're going left. No, we're going to go right.
Yeah.
You know what? Left was the right idea. No, go backwards. Turn, U-turn.
The winds have changed.
And now it's, guys, we're going over there.
Yeah.
And we might course correct gently along the way, but we're going over there, and here's how we're going to do it. It's very different.
Can't wait.
This is when offices start to get empty.
Let's try a quick one here. Let's go to Los Angeles and Patrick. Patrick, you're on with Travis DeMarco. What's up?
Hi, Travis. I'll be really quick. We went to Langer's breakfast a long time ago, but
hi, Patrick.
You know, it's OKC didn't just draft and build. It's not like this was necessarily the OKC way. Remember, they traded Sabonis for Paul George. But what they did that was very smart, they don't wait around for their mistakes to figure it out. They move. We messed up. We're trading and we're moving on. That is what they do. The Lakers, as good as we have our shot now because we got Luka. Now we can't make those mistakes of not re-signing, even though every single human being in the league and person that ever watches basketball couldn't believe that we chose THT over Alex Caruso. But look at Harkinson from New York. They let him go and he goes to OKC. It's getting those smart players, which we've done on our team now.
Yeah.
Can we figure out how to keep those guys?
It hasn't been perfect in
Rui
OKC.
was amazing for us, and now he's on a trading block. Things that don't make sense. And I think it's like you guys are saying, it revolves around LeBron.
Patrick, I think we're singing the same song.
Yeah.
The things that don't make sense will happen far less often.
I wonder who the architect. I wonder who the architect of a lot of those nonsensical moves was.
The guy, and I'm not talking about Jeannie, and I'm not talking about Rob. The guy who said him, not him. He doesn't get a voice, or at least he doesn't get the same amount of voice that he used to have.
The LeBron James Coalition no longer
Is that who you're
has
talking about?
votes
LeBron?
yet.
Oh, okay.
The Clutch Sports
Say his
Committee.
name. Don't be afraid. He can't hurt you anymore.
Will be able to make smart decisions far more often.
Right.
Yeah.
And senior votes in the committee are not quite the same.
And there will be more smart people in the room.
Yeah.
Not one.
Yeah.
There will be more.
I agree.
There will be a panel. There will be a decision making. There will be a group. There will be a consensus
brain
of
trust.
what to do, as opposed to, hey, I've known you for a long time. What do you think we should do?
That's great for us fans. This is going to be fun.
Yeah.
It's going to take a little time, too.
End of an era.
This isn't a snap your finger and all of a sudden you got an OKC, but it's a snap your finger and all of a sudden this thing's running a little
I'm
better.
expecting a little, fast turnaround, aren't you?
No.
You've
not
done
at
this
all.
before.
No.
You've already got the blueprint with the Dodgers.
You can't do it like that.
Not the same.
You promised me like World Series and NBA championships. I
They're
want
coming
that tomorrow.
Dodgers didn't do it in a year.
Yeah, it took a decade, bro.
Dodgers didn't do it in a year. It took some time.
I want it tomorrow.
You know?
They bought him in 2012. They went to the World Series in 2017. 5 years.
You've already tested it. It works.
Won
It
it
should
in
work here.
2020,
Just plug it in. Let's go.
Right.
Yeah.
The Far Side's back.
All
That's
right,
coming
boys.
up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Summer officially, right? Did you know that it's not only time to make sure the air conditioning is running its absolute best, but you're going to be drinking a ton of water? And did you know that the water in SoCal contains nitrates, pesticides, forever chemicals, lead, chromium, chlorine, and who knows what else, right? So why not see what a difference purified water can make for you and your family? Because for a limited time, NextGen's offering ESPN LA listeners $500 off any whole home water purification system. With thousands of 5-star reviews and a decade of experience, including my 2 experiences that I've had, you can trust NextGen for quality service and expertise. And it's not just the water, right? NextGen is your whole home comfort provider, offering plumbing, air conditioning, heating, electrical services. Schedule a visit today and learn all about the benefits of cleaner water and total home comfort. And they're going to hook it up on your schedule. We're talking 7-day-a-week availability, 5-star service, financing options available. So don't wait. Give them a call right now. 833-3NEXTGEN. That's 833-3NEXGEN or nextgenairandplumbing.com.
Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday.
The first title of the OKC era is complete. One of the youngest rosters in recent memory has just completed one of the finest seasons in NBA history.
On 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app, plus on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles, we are reacting to the Oklahoma City Thunder's win in 7 games over the Indiana Pacers. Thanks to Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Please enjoy responsibly.
Ever feel like the road is out to... Thankfully, Hyundai is always working to ensure it doesn't, with over 130 IIHS Top Safety Awards since 2006. IIHS Top Safety Awards include Top Safety Pick and Top Safety Pick Plus awards to Hyundai vehicles from 2006 to 2025.
Now for a limited time, lease a Hyundai Tucson for only $259 a month. Or get 2.99% APR. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end July 7th. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
Hey, DeMarco Farr here. Join the club at Pechanga Resort Casino. New club members who sign up receive a $25 resort credit as well as a chance to win $100 in bonus credit. Enjoy perks like earning club dollars with every bet, invitations to exclusive promotions and events, and much, much more. Visit the club at Pechanga to sign up and start receiving benefits right away. Your perfect entertainment resort and casino combination is available at Pechanga. Voted the best Southern California casino.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone. I went through it a while back. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text. Text HOT to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text HOT to 42424. That's HOT to 42424.
Products and statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or illness.
And it is the Travis and DeMarco Show on this Monday, a Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday. Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Please enjoy responsibly. We're all over Game 7 of the NBA Finals and so much more. The Travis and DeMarco Show rolls on your Monday on 710 ESPN and always on the all-new ESPN LA app.
You unlock this door with a key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into the land of shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've crossed over into the far side.
I'm in the far side.
You're in the far side.
It is the middle ground between light and shadow.
Do you know what helped?
4 or 5 hour ride.
I jumped in the ocean. It helped.
Between science and superstition.
I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel fast. I want to feel naked out there.
And it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. The far side.
I just deleted all my notes. This is crazy. So wild. You know, and like, you guys believe in the multiverse, that sort of stuff, Marvel?
I believe
different universes at the same time.
Yeah. I'm put it this way. I'm open to the possibility.
Okay, in some other universe, I'm like either GM or head coach. Yeah, probably. I mean, just weird graduation, that whole thing, and how this kicked off, and how I'm here with you right now.
Sure.
All came true. Weird. Another sidebar. Do you guys watch the show Somebody Feed Phil?
I don't know that one. Oh, it's the guy from the TV producer guy.
Yeah,
Phil Rosenthal.
Somebody feed Phil.
I've seen
Oh
it.
my
Yes.
God, that show is hilarious.
It is funny.
I guess an Anthony Bourdain type, but just funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he goes places, he eats things. Okay, so I had a moment, right, to where you're seeing old stuff, and I'm sitting there with, daughter, ex-wife, and all this old memories that I haven't thought about. All this stuff I hadn't accessed or blocked is all coming back. So it's just, and I'm sick too. Fever dream. So all this stuff is all happening. All this, right?
Can I throw one other thing in there?
What?
Have a few drinks?
No, I could.
Okay.
It robbed me of everything.
Yeah.
All joy. Food became ugh.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So all this stuff. I'm going through all this, and I'm remembering all this. So that show Somebody Feed Phil was on last night. I'm watching it, and he's going through Amsterdam, right? And I'm watching this with my wife and my daughter. We're all sitting on the couch. And every place this guy goes, I'm like, I've been there. I know where that is.
Oh.
But I can't tell them. Is that horrible or what? Because, right.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, and we're like, oh, that looks good. I want to try that. Can we go there someday? And I'm thinking, God, I've already been there. And I know what's right behind there,
Well, you could leave that part out.
But it's all around. It's funny how they cut that part out. But I'm like, oh, my God, it was so weird. But just memories and stuff and places that you haven't thought about and things that you've done that you're not allowed to speak about ever again. You know what I'm saying?
I think so.
And it's weird how you forget when you're blocking things out, or you try so hard not to bring those things up.
It is weird when those things come creeping back in when you haven't thought about in decades.
They almost become not real.
Yeah.
And then you realize, holy crap, that's not just a story.
It's very true.
I was there. So it was weird. And there was a one place, and I went to it. We couldn't get in because it was packed. It's a one-person restaurant. And the guy makes these pancakes. It's in Amsterdam.
Okay.
And when you walk up the stairs, you have to squat down to 411. It's like and you go straight up, and it's like you're going into his kitchen in his house with a table, and he makes these big old pancakes.
Yeah.
And he was there, and I remember being there, and I wanted to say, God, I was there, but I can't tell the whole story because. Yeah, I was in Amsterdam. But fun stuff. So anyway, the alt universe. Thinking about this person and how much heat I have for the 49ers. Mm-hmm. You guys know this, right?
Yes.
And the reason I had to sign there was because of her. Do you know that story?
I knew that you signed with the 49ers, but we're only there very briefly.
Briefly. And it took all the spirit of football just left my body the minute T.O. walked in the room.
You've heard that story.
You've heard that before?
You've told me
What
that.
am I doing in here? I hate everyone in this room. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Football included.
Took the check, though.
Right. And I did take that. You're right. I'm not going to leave that on the table.
Hell no.
Hell no. Come on. It's business is business.
Damn right.
But I had a shot to be a Raider. And when I thought about it, man, I mean, and the reason I'm so pro-Ram and anti-Raider is because I remember that day. I had a chance to sign with them.
With the Raiders?
With the Raiders. John Gruden offered me a deal. And I didn't know that man from Adam.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about Gruden? Be honest. Anybody?
I think he's terribly overrated.
You do?
I do.
He took somebody else's team and beat his old team.
Yeah, it's not even that. I just thought that being away from it for 10 years and coming back, it's like, oh, he's going to be good. It's like, league changed a lot in 10 years.
Yeah, I think I should have went with that contract and been in that environment again, a whole different universe.
You would have been a good Raider.
Dude, I am a Raider.
Yeah.
That's how I know Raider fans. That's why I keep telling
Raider.
you they left you. They're not coming back.
Yeah.
So the people in L.A., you're going to be starved out at some point. The Rams are doing a great job.
Give it time.
Yes, the whole Hawaii trip was a raging success.
Yeah.
So at some point, you're going to be starved out. So anyway, just sitting there, and I'm like, wow, what if I did sign with the Raiders and make that team and become a Raider to end my career? Where would I have been then? Crazy. Right. So all this stuff, like I said.
The road not taken.
Leads me to Travis Rogers, right here.
There you go. Sorry. My bad. I can't help you now.
Damn.
You're screwed. if this is where that journey ends, remember those books when we were a kid, the Choose Your Own Adventure?
Yes.
Like, you picked wrong.
You
just
know what?
flipped
Look,
to the Travis page and had big fat letters
this
at the
is
end.
exactly
The
where I
end.
should be with you.
This
right
is
here, watching ourselves get old and skinny.
Well, that's not so bad. It is a Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday. The Thunder are your 2025 NBA champs. We're talking about it all day long on 710. Thanks to Michelob Ultra, refreshing and balanced flavor, only 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Please enjoy responsibly. Alex Caruso finally has a real one. Huh? That's next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
And reaction today on ESPN, NBA Today, a post-game 7 edition hosted by our very own George Sedano. Be sure to watch Sedano starting at noon on ESPN and, of course, on ESPN Plus. And then hear George's reaction today at 3 o'clock. Sedano and Cap on 710 ESPN and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Hey, it's Mace. As a sports fan, you always want your team to be well coached and to win. And you know who's always winning? My guy, Jacob. Think about it. If you've been injured in a car accident, a slip and fall at a store, rideshare accident, whatever it is, you feel like you lost. Call Jacob. He knows the opponent's weaknesses, how to exploit them, and attack the insurance company to provide you the win you deserve. 844-24-JACOB, or remember, calljacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Inheriting a home can be overwhelming. Between repairs and the time it takes to get everything ready to sell, it can feel like more trouble than it's worth. That's where Seller's Advantage comes in. One real customer who inherited a home shared their experience, and I quote, "We had an inheritance from a relative. It would have taken us a lot of time, money, and headaches to get the property in shape to sell. I heard about Seller's Advantage from a radio commercial and decided to give them a try. Their offer was reasonable, and we accepted it. They took care of all the physical effort and legal complexities. We closed within 3 weeks. I would highly recommend them to anyone," end quote. No matter what your reason for selling, call Seller's Advantage today at 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, or use the website sellersadvantage.com for your free, no obligation cash offer. Sellersadvantage.com.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the world.
710 ESPN.
You know it. Yeah, tell your friends.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
We're naturally entertaining.
Yes. LA's mega sports station. 710 ESPN.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
The NBA draft this week. Free agency soon.
Cooper Flag.
The off season, it's now.
Cooper
the
Flag.
season is over.
That's all I
Every
know.
moment of what the purple and gold on the biggest off season in history. We have your dose of what's next for the Lakers, thanks to Pro Baller, the official energy drink of the Los Angeles Lakers. So the NBA season is in the books, DeMarco, and we can start thinking about what's coming next.
Do you
in
care
the Lakers.
about the draft?
I'll be honest, no, because I
Yeah.
know where Cooper Flag's going to be the first pick in the draft. He's the only guy in the draft that I'm actually aware of.
Let me rephrase that. You have to care. You're in this business. Is it on your radar?
No.
That's what I'm saying. Okay.
I don't care either. I'd like to go back to your
No, you
initial
have to
question.
care. You have to care. That's wrong.
You know what's
Why is it wrong?
Because the Lakers and the Clippers are going to have a pick.
Yeah,
and
but I don't know
it
who the
affects
players
NBA.
are.
I know, but that's what I'm getting to.
Yeah.
Who's the failure on? It can't be the NBA. It's got to be college. If I don't know who's coming out,
That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't care. I'm not saying it's not important. It's important to, but hopefully the Lakers can know who these guys are.
I used to know who was coming out.
Of course you did.
Yeah,
So
you knew
did I.
everybody, right?
No, college basketball has done itself a terrible
So it's
disservice.
college hoop. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
they've done it.
Yeah.
All right.
It's just
That sucks.
You don't know
Get
the
your
guys
act
anymore.
together. Yeah.
If I don't know, that's why the NFL draft is so much fun.
I know everybody
We the
coming
guys.
out of the
That's
NFL
why
draft.
The Major League Baseball draft is. I don't know.
I know the free agent guys. Yeah.
you
Why
just
do I know
you
more
don't
about
who
that?
They are.
Yeah.
But it's It's a huge offseason for the Lakers, and obviously Luka is the number one priority, his fitness, and then number two, of course, is LeBron. He's got to make a decision on his future before too long, and I hope that he opts in, but I hope that they don't do another 1-1 because then we just kick the can down the road for another year, and we're right back here at the end of next year having this exact same conversation.
Hey, boy,
let's get some clarity on where we're going next, and I think that the new ownership group will facilitate that.
It was cool seeing like the ESPN crawl, whatever the top right when you get the scores. It was the OKC championship score, and then right after it said October preseason.
Yeah.
It just kind of resets the whole nine, right? So here we go again. Whoever, whatever, however you want to do this, I still think you're going to be faced with the same issues outside of Luka being in shape, and we don't know. He looks like he's in shape. We hope.
We'll see.
Until we see, right?
Yeah, we'll see.
So we. At
cautiously
best,
optimistic.
It's still a question mark. So, and then you still have to figure out what you're going to do with LeBron, and how do you make this team better?
Go ahead. Because you were out last week. What do you make of LeBron not saying a peep about the ownership change?
Okay, so it's not surprising. So this is a football, but it kind of translates to all of sports. When you have guys that are they're in partnership with the team. They're more than players.
Sure.
So seeing Steven Jackson have all the power in the room to when a coach gets fired, ownership changes, to that changing overnight, and then he's gone in a year. So a guy that could basically call his own shot, change the draft board, don't draft a running back, and they wouldn't. To see that change overnight because of politics, what happened above him.
Yeah.
So it's not shocking, not surprising. I think LeBron not saying anything is probably the smartest thing he's done because he doesn't know which way the wind is blowing yet. So until you figure out what's going on and where you fit, I bet he's going to be silent.
What's the harm of saying, wow, what an amazing day in Laker history. I'm excited for what's coming next.
Okay, a guy you love. I'll answer this way. Remember when Keyshawn went on TV and he was doing draft coverage and he was talking about when they drafted the SC kid?
You have to refresh my memory.
It was a receiver. Oh, my God. I can't remember his name. Carolina drafted a receiver from SC.
Kerry Colbert?
Nope. Starts with a J. It'll come to me later. But Key went overboard. I love this kid. I love this kid. I love this kid. They cut Key like that same year. So it happens. It's the same thing. So be careful what you say, which way whatever positive or negative that you put out with this story, it could come back to haunt you. So I think
you don't think him saying nothing is a silent comment on I don't love this.
Could be, or it could mean nothing. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how LeBron feels.
Yeah.
That's where I'd keep it until he knows what to say.
Okay.
That's usually what happens.
It's possible. He is so online and so strategic and so present, for lack of a better word.
Jarrett.
Oh, Dwayne Jarrett?
Dwayne Jarrett.
Yeah.
They drafted Dwayne Jarrett and then. Yes. Okay, thank you.
It just feels to me like him saying nothing is a kind of thumb in the air, like which way is the wind blowing?
Exactly.
How do I want to do
He
that?
was
that's
at
smart.
the Fanatics Fest this weekend. He was with Tom Brady. He was able, again, if he wanted to be asked about it, he could have been asked about it.
Yeah.
I would be as present as possible. I would go out of my way to get people to know where I am, and I still wouldn't say anything about LeBron because I don't know which way the wind is blowing.
Yeah. He's going to have to respond to them sooner than later because they got to get some clarity on this. And he can opt in. Like, he has control over that. But beyond that, for the first time in a long time, his control isn't complete.
If I'm the Lakers, I'm radio silent until he says something.
For sure.
Yes.
For sure. But for the first time in LeBron, probably since high school, or maybe even before high school, I don't have complete control over what happens to me next.
Right.
He has some control, but not complete control. Before it was stay as long as you want.
He's still LeBron. Yeah,
he is. But it's also there's a new boss that's like, let's collaborate on what's next, as opposed to what would you like to do, sir?
I mean, the worst possible outcomes for LeBron, he's still LeBron James.
Yeah.
He could fly to Paris right now if he wanted to.
No.
But yeah.
But if he wants to just hang around and do one-on-ones anymore, that's not on the table anymore.
True.
Or at least not for as long as he would have liked to previously.
Can you imagine if the PR people walk out and say, LeBron's not talking today, and they go, okay.
Yeah. Oh, I think that's part of the thing that's new for him is that the other person is like, yeah, I got juice too.
Right.
Like I'm happy to talk about this.
Be interesting. I know. Look, am I over? Do I want LeBron to win this whole ring thing? because I can't stand the hate he gets. The whole ring culture thing and all the shots. That's what I mean. There's a lot of people talking about LeBron and this whole comment with the ring culture.
Yeah.
How, like, rings don't matter. Did you hear Gilbert Arenas' the dumbest take I've ever heard? And I love the dude.
What do you say?
Secondary rings don't matter. Like, Scottie Pippen's ring doesn't matter. Only Jordan's does. Yeah. What kind of take is that? What are we doing?
Yeah.
But this is the stuff that comes up when you talk about LeBron.
Yeah.
It's hard, huh? I'm sorry?
I said he does know that teams win games.
I don't know what he thinks. I don't know. I mean, I can't say I hate Skip Bayless anymore, if that's what you're saying.
You can.
But that makes no sense. But it all comes up when you talk about LeBron. You have to justify liking him because his greatness doesn't fit a mold.
Here's what Alex Caruso thinks about rings.
How much better does this one feel?
Yeah, now I got a real one. Now nobody can say anything. Yeah, I think just because of the way the team is constructed now versus the team I had in 2020, like it was much harder with this team.
Can we just stipulate before we get into this again?
Get yours.
He was kidding, right? Like this part
and
of it.
He said he was kidding.
Does this one feel?
Yeah, now I got a real one. Now nobody can say anything.
Like that he's joking.
Yeah, that's the same morons I'm talking about. Yeah, he's talking to them.
He's saying that because people would dump on the bubble ring because it was in the bubble, because it was at Disney World, because the world was upside down and inside out. Oh, that one doesn't count. And he's like, well, now I got another one. Now I got a real one. In other words, middle finger to you.
You dang right. Yeah, to the victor go the spoils. Do you knock the bubble a little? It's fair to knock it a little.
I don't knock it. Here's the distinction that I make.
It's real. It's just not.
It's different, but it's not less than.
Everybody had to do it, and they were the best at it.
It is different. Yeah. It's just not less than. But I think there's also an element of truth to what he's saying, which is there is no difference in this. This is, and we earned this in every meaningful way. There is not one single thing you could say. And I think that's part of the reason that when they won it yesterday, OKC, I don't want to say anticlimactic, but it was just kind of like, expected. It's like, yeah, they were the best team with the best player, the deepest team, well coached. Like, they won. They were the best group.
It felt very collegiate. That's what it felt like. It's the best. It's the number one team. They should beat everybody all year, and then they get tested and they come back and they win. I mean, they played the best. I mean, they were blowing people out all year long. This is no shock that they turned out to be the best team in the NBA. I feel bad for Halliburton.
I do too.
And I feel bad for OKC because in some eyes it could go from A+ to an A- just because Halliburton wasn't there. And part of that argument is valid, but that's part of it. Shade and break.
It's sports.
Yeah, you got to stay healthy.
Yeah.
Part of this is luck too.
It sucks, but it's sports.
Absolutely. So it should not count against OKC that you couldn't keep your star together. It's just what happened.
It just, the way that everybody jumped on the Caruso line was really funny to me because, and he's even doubled back and said, I was only kidding, but he clearly was kidding. But there's also an element of truth inside of it, which is, hey, look, I get that one over there was just so different than everything else we literally have ever seen anywhere ever. There's never been anything like that where they took every team and put them inside.
Was there a strike-shortened baseball season?
Sure, but it wasn't where they went and played it in a hotel room on the other side of the world after stopping the season down for 3 months. It was
Labor
just
stoppage
so
championships are a little, a
little bit, but
it's a little different.
No one was paying attention. Everybody was worried about dying. It was just
still
such
counts.
a weird deal. But I do think that it does inform the way that even the Laker players, because he was a Laker player at that, felt about that one. It's like, this is just bizarre.
I'd rather win one the way he just won it versus the other one.
Oh,
so I would value that one more than the other. But it was not to say it was any easier. Everybody had to do it.
Look at the way that Dodger fans talk about beating the Yankees versus beating the Rays in the bubble.
True.
And they didn't have a bubble specifically like the NBA, but it was like the ballpark was half filled. The guys are in the stands wearing masks. Shorter season. Six. It's just like, this is different. And now they don't have it. Now Caruso's got two, one traditional, one non-traditional. And the Lakers, like, if you want to kind of extrapolate this to the most ridiculous extreme, it's like the Lakers haven't gotten one since 2010 in a traditional way, which for them is an eternity.
That's okay. That shouldn't be a knock. I mean, that shouldn't be something that would make you upset. Well, we got one in the bubble. it is true. You haven't got one like they got one since when?
Tradition, 2010.
In 2010, it's been a minute. Yeah, let's do it the other way.
For the Lakers, it's an eternity. For a regular team, it's not that long of a period of time. But for the Lakers, 15 years is an eternity.
Is that the longest drought? I don't know when the longest drought was.
They had one in the 70s. They had multiple in the 80s. They had them in the Shaq.
I'm trying to think when I was alive.
Yeah, they've had little, but they were never bad for a long time.
No,
they were bad for a long time.
And they're not bad. They just haven't won a championship. Yeah.
One more thing about the championship. So I've been seeing this pop up on my Twitter feed of people kind of saying that there was, quote unquote, no aura with the win last night. So they're giving examples, side-by-sides, of other sports, other teams winning their championship and how excited, how crazy, how jazzed up the team was. And, honestly, looking when the Thunder won the game yesterday, they weren't throw the ball, yeah, let's go. It was very, muted a little bit. I don't know. Have you guys noticed that?
A little bit, but I think it was probably just because, I don't want to say it was expected, but they were going to win the title. It didn't come out of left field. It was just.
The Dodgers.
Yeah, but they didn't have that
with
game,
that pitching staff.
right? But there was
Yeah.
Walker Buehler coming out at the last minute. Blake Trinan throwing 3 innings. Freddie Freeman hitting that home run. The Yankees collapsing in the biggest game of the year. There was some drama. This was just, they're really good. They won 4 games before the other guys.
Shea was almost straight-faced. He was just
congratulating.
him.
I'm starting to like him. Yeah, I am. I'm starting to like him, his personality, if this is really him. I'll say this, though. That team, they're gods there. Isn't that their first professional championship of any kind in Oklahoma?
It's the only pro team they have.
Has Oklahoma football, Oklahoma University
Okay,
won
so I
before?
heard this. If the Sooners win, 2/3 of the state is happy.
Oh yeah, because you got Oklahoma State.
Right. This is the only thing they're together on, and this is their first professional championships. I would never leave the state. I'd run for governor right now. Heck yeah, and you'd win.
Yeah.
Come on.
I have nothing bad to say about them winning. It's like they earned it. They're the best team, but it's also was like, yeah, okay, when's the next season start? It isn't.
That's how they looked.
With the Celtics, it was, damn, the Celtics got another one. With Jokic, it was, hey, is this the beginning of a new thing? And with Oklahoma City, it might be the beginning of a new thing, but I don't know. It just doesn't feel like
Think about this.
that.
You saw the run. Do you have a Running Rebel story?
Oh, yeah.
You did.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
I was talking about you.
Yeah.
So remember the Running Rebels?
Yeah.
So imagine a team like that doesn't age out.
Right.
Yeah, you can keep that thing going for 10 years. That could be how they're behaving. This is just the first one, guys. We'll be back next year.
Last team to beat the UNLV team that won the national championship before they went on that run, UC Santa Barbara.
That's the story right there.
That's right.
Look at
The
you.
Thunder
Look at that
were
face.
acting as if they'd
Hey,
been
look.
there.
Oh, by the way, a Gaucho won the NBA title last night, right? There we go.
Look at you.
On the squad.
Proximity.
We're just winning everything.
See,
That's
there you
what we
go.
do as Gauchos. We win NBA
We can celebrate
titles
the
along way.
Thunder. See, we have connections.
Shohei Ohtani on the mound again yesterday, and this was a lot better than the first one. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Speaking of Shohei, we went to go see him pitch yesterday thanks to my friends at Rotolo Chevrolet, right? And Rotolo, they win as often as the championships as any of these other teams that we've been talking about, only they win it 13 years in a row. How about that for a dynasty? 13 years in a row of winning Dealer of the Year. That's what Rotolo has done. So if you're thinking Chevy car truck, if you're thinking Silverado in particular, you got to get out to Rotolo Chevrolet. It's right off the 210 freeway, Sierra Avenue exit. You can't miss it. A sea of Silverados. And tell them that Travis sent you in when you go in there. And no matter who you talk to, every single member of the staff at Rotolo Chevrolet, they're taught to do the same thing. And that's make sure that you get exactly what you want and you feel great about it. Courteous, transparent, and upfront. That's what they do at Rotolo Chevrolet. That's why they're dancing on TV. And that's why I love telling you about my friends at Rotolo Chevrolet. And if you're thinking, I don't know, Trav, Fontana's kind of far. Yeah, maybe for you. Maybe you live in Long Beach. Maybe you live in the Valley. RotoloChevy.com. ROTOLO. RotoloChevy.com, and tell them that Travis sent you.
And reaction today on ESPN, NBA Today, a post-game 7 edition hosted by our very own George Shinato. Be sure to watch Shinato starting at noon on ESPN and, of course, on ESPN Plus. And then hear George's reaction today at 3 o'clock. Sedano and Cap on 710 ESPN and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Waba Grill is an LA original, so we've got to keep it real. Real fresh with our Asian-inspired menu that's grilled to order every time.
Take me up and never put me down.
Real quality with our marinated proteins like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Enjoy $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. with our 5-piece pork veggie dumplings and a value-sized premium beverage drink like our creamy and delicious Thai tea. Waba Grill, keeping it real every day for you.
Pacific Palms Resort, LA's Hilltop Hideaway and #1 work and play resort, provides opportunities for all travelers and locals. Enjoy restful accommodation, dine in the Red Restaurant with an expansive outside patio, or pamper yourself and relax at the spa. Hit the links at one of their 2 championship courses, the Babe and the Ike. Pacific Palms Resort is the perfect choice for a Los Angeles venue for your business meetings, weddings, and big events. Enjoy a beautiful staycation or family holiday at their Hilltop property. Book your stay at LA's #1 work and play resort today at PacificPalmsResort.com.
For over 20 years, Purple Wave Auction has been the trusted leader in online auctions, offering the easiest way to buy and sell equipment. From bulldozers to backhoes and combines to cranes, we host multiple weekly auctions in construction, ag, and fleet equipment. With our no reserve format and sell where it sits approach, you can bid on local equipment without waiting for far-off auction dates. Get registered for free and start bidding today at purplewave.com.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. SkillBridge and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show, now mornings 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
So you said you had got kind of back on your walk grind over the last couple of days.
Yeah, I'm on it. Let's go.
What about your diet? Been good?
Yeah, I actually lost some pounds.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Dude, first time ever. Food did not look good, taste good, smell good.
That's
I
how you
wanted
know
no
you're
part
sick.
of it. That's how I know I'm sick.
Yeah.
It was bad. Yeah, so I lost a few, but yeah, feeling good. Yeah,
Okay.
looking good. Why?
Good.
I am kind of pissed about being picked 6.
We'll get to that.
George,
you should have been picked
DeAndre,
higher.
Brian
Cohen. Brian Cohen. Remember how good he was?
He's really good.
He's the best softball player on those entire lists. Yeah, that's fact.
Kirk,
Wait,
Kirk, George, okay? DeAndre.
No, DeAndre's overdrafted.
Yeah, you should put Brian above DeAndre.
Wait, Kirk, George, DeAndre.
It's Jorge, not George Sedano.
I'm sorry, Jorge. Jorge, DeAndre. B, that it. No.
Where should you have gone?
I mean, on that list?
Yeah.
Come on, bro. 6?
You should go ahead with DeAndre.
I'm hot.
That's it. I think you should be ahead of DeAndre, maybe Brian.
I'm being challenged.
Brian Cam, BK.
Let's go.
Not BC.
No, forget it.
What do you mean? You brought it up.
6, huh?
I should have gone 6th.
Use it as fuel, hit some home runs.
Way ahead of you. Okay. Where's Belko? Let's go. Come on. Let's go.
I want to know who you have your feelings about the most. Because it can't be Kirk.
Yeah.
Kirk?
No.
No?
He played soccer.
Yeah, but he's the MVP. He's the reigning
He's had
MVP.
walk-off
Jorge, I'm talking definitely not Kirk. That's NFL linebacker.
He was the MVP last season.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. Keep going.
DeAndre is overdrafted.
Younger version.
Yeah.
I see that.
Yeah. No.
Then there's a problem with the next two. In the order of the next two.
You're a better softball player than Brian Kamenetsky.
There's a problem with the order of the next two. That's all I'm saying.
So you wanted to be
That's
fourth.
the diss. Okay. Yeah.
All right. You may want to make sure that, I don't want you to get sick, DeMarco, but you may want to continue to catch whatever that thing was going around, because you might be doing the show nude sooner than later.
Oh, with Ohtani? Oh my God!
Because I believe the what you said was, if Ohtani is ever the pitcher and hits for the cycle in the same day, that you're going to come in here and do it.
No, Yates said it. Yates came in here and said this is his new thing. What did Ohtani do that week? He did something special.
He was just getting closer to pitching again.
And I think he had another one. I think it was an oppo that went out to the moon.
Yeah.
So everybody's Ohtani. You know what we get when Ohtani goes yard. So Clinton comes in and goes, I think I have a new thing for him.
Okay.
Because he's so special. The thing is, he's going to be the pitcher of record. Learn something. I know what that meant now.
Yeah.
And hit for the cycle.
Mm-hmm.
I said balderdash. Impossible. Right. Impossible. Never going to happen.
Did you happen to catch yesterday's game?
I'm rooting for everything but the single, Travis, and I'm not even going to lie.
Because the man pitched well, and by the way, it's just a matter of stretching him out a little bit. It's not like he's not pitching
We're
well.
a long way from me coming in here naked. A long way.
Well,
I am getting nervous.
Let's break it down.
Okay.
Because what is the hardest hit to get in a baseball game?
The triple.
The triple.
Yes.
Got it pretty easily.
That's what I'm saying. Okay.
I believe, double check this for me, please. I believe Shohei Ohtani leads the National League in triples. So he triples more than anyone else.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm certain that he leads the National League in home runs, which is the second hardest thing to get.
Right. Okay.
He doubles and singles a lot.
You still got to pitch more than 5 innings.
Well, no, he does, but that's not a high. Him just pitching 5 innings is not a high bar to clear.
You still got to pitch more than 5 innings, and you got to be that guy at the plate,
right?
At the same time.
The tricky part is not one or the other; it's lining them up on the same day.
I know.
And
oh my God,
we got pretty close yesterday.
He did.
And Ohtani is behind Carroll, who has 9. Ohtani has 6, but he's in the top 4 of all of the MLB,
Corbin
and second
Carroll.
in the NL.
Not backing out of the bet, but I'll say this: I will admit this. From now on, if anybody can do it, I'd say it would be him.
If he's the only one that can do it.
If it can be done, if it can be done, coming soon. But there's no way, absolutely no way, that you can be that
You're
good.
still standing on no way, because everyone else you've talked to, all the guys we talked to out at Legends Attic, they're like, it's not likely, but it's certainly possible.
I'm not betting against him. I'm betting on the sport.
Yeah.
The sport of baseball will not allow that. And
Just saying.
And the day it's about to happen, it's going to be against Mike Schilt. He's going to mess it up for you.
The man had 3 runs scored, 5 RBIs, a homer, a triple, and pitched yesterday.
Unreal.
Just a scratch single and a double is not a lot to throw into that.
Do you think he can go more?
On the mound?
Yes.
Yeah, I do. Because he has. Like his side work, it's not like he's thrown 15, 18, 20 pitches on the side.
When do you let him go?
I don't know. I think it's one of those deals that they're being cautious. Well, let me rephrase. There's cautious. There's extra cautious. There's caution to the point of, hey, what are we doing here? And then there's what they're doing with Ohtani, because he's clearly stretched out to the point where he can pitch a couple innings. Like, let's use yesterday as an example.
Yeah.
The game he pitched against the Padres, he threw 28 pitches, which felt like a 1-inning outing. A lot of guys on base, wasn't particularly sharp, full count on just about every pitcher, every batter that he faced. So that's full day's work.
Yeah.
That's good. Yesterday, that first inning was pretty easy work. If Mookie catches the pop-up, it's very easy work.
Bang, bang, bang.
You're playing against a team, to be honest, isn't very good. It's relatively stress-free batters that you're going up against. He's thrown 50-plus pitches in side work that they just slink, because the way that Kasperius came out of the bullpen, he clearly knew he was going in the second inning no matter what.
What do you got to lose?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Health, I guess, if that's how they're looking at it. But if he's going to pitch at all, is there a difference between 18 pitches and 30? I don't think so.
Baseball savants, when I hear you guys, the sidebar conversations you have, which are funny, you're trying to decide where to bat him. Can you bat him at 2? I think that's where the trepidation would come in, because
Could be.
I wouldn't want to move him around and mess him up.
I don't think you can mess him up.
Well, okay, I would have said the same thing about Freddie Freeman, because he was so hot and now he's not. So it's just baseball. Things happen.
I was going to say, I don't think, even if you moved him and he went 0 for 10, I don't think it's because he moved. I think it's because baseball's weird and sometimes you go 0 for 10.
That's what I'm saying. But I'd be cautious with that. I don't want to screw him up at all. But if health-wise, if he can go, why not?
Yeah, moving him in the batting order would not give me even 1 second of pause. that
going from 1 to 2 wouldn't change him at all.
1 day a week?
Because I hope so. It sounds really simple to me, but then every time I say that, I get this baseball explanation.
I don't know what the explanation is.
Yeah, okay, then if you could find a way to move him down in the order,
you move him one spot,
and then he probably pitches longer. I don't know.
I don't think that 1 + 1 = I don't think one has to do with the other. I think it's simply, especially at home, when I'm throwing the top of the first inning, I get the third out, whenever it is, and I'm up to bat. Like, I don't even have a minute to go catch my breath in the dugout. Like, I go from third out to hitting. Whereas if he batted second, I go from third out, go in the dugout, set my glove down, take my cap off, put on my helmet, go stand on deck for a minute or two while Mookie or whoever's leading off leads off, and now I go hit. It buys him an extra 2 or 3 minutes of catching your breath 1 day a week.
Seems like you should want that if you're him.
Who knows what he wants? He's so unique. But he's so singular.
If you're him, if you're pitching, wouldn't you want the little bit of respite, like you said? Okay,
I would. Yeah.
Or maybe he's the guy that wants it right away. Who knows?
He's and his improvement from Padre start 1 to National start 2 was noticeable. He was noticeably better. He didn't walk anybody. He got his first 2 strikeouts. He was not deep into counts the way he was. He was far sharper. He was far more. I thought the part that was most interesting to me was he was far less. I'm struggling with this word. Help me out here. Filled with adrenaline. Is there a word for that? Pumped up.
Calm?
Yeah,
he was up. He was more
even keel?
Even keeled.
Yeah.
Like Ohtani is comfortable might be a good one. Yeah. Ohtani is so chill even in high stress times. But that first start for the Dodgers, you could tell he was really amped up. He was really amped up. He wasn't yesterday. He was himself yesterday.
That dude stopped the fight by holding up one hand. Yeah, he's very chill. That's how you do
it. And he looked like a guy that wasn't just pitching, but God, I'm going to wipe you guys out. Like I could go out there and have 10. If you let him pitch 5 innings yesterday, wouldn't have surprised me if all it said 7 or 8 strikeouts.
Glasnow is throwing, right? Yeah. In Oklahoma. Okay, so just give me your playoff rotation now.
Today? Of the guys that are ready?
Assuming Ohtani is ready to go.
Yamamoto, Ohtani, and whoever else is. I mean, May, I guess.
Dustin, okay.
Like that. If that's what we're
doing
out
today,
on May, okay. I'll be honest. I think I'd rather have May than Kershaw at this point.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you who else might get a start, and because you're starting to see it. How he basically had a start yesterday. Yes. Yeah,
well,
exactly.
Yeah, he's the piggyback pitcher.
He pitched 5 innings yesterday and pitched pretty well.
Yes.
He get through 1 bad pitch and a guy caught one, but he actually pitched pretty well.
I left the door open this morning of getting used to this guy's name. He could be around for a while if he keeps pitching like this. It's a great opportunity for him.
And he's jumped on it.
Yeah.
He's been really good given these extended innings along the way. He's been really, really good. And he may morph into a starter. Like, let's say May gets hurt or Kershaw goes down or whoever, or maybe he just continues to pitch really well. You're going to find a place to put him. And that's without Snell. That's without Glasnow. That's without whoever may. And by the way, Emmett Sheehan pitched really well in his first game. I know they sent him back down again, but that's roster stuff. But they're starting to have more options available to him than they had even 2 weeks ago.
This seems all like a setup. It really does. Because they're about to get healthy. They're about to start pitching well and hitting at the same time. They're going to turn into a machine.
You know what's crazy? You're right.
Yep.
They really haven't played well yet this year.
Yep.
They're in first place, and they're about to hit the fat part of their schedule.
Switch, and here we go again. And oh my God, they're ruining baseball.
You're the only one that says that.
I'm just the voice of the voiceless. This is what I hear.
I need names. I need you to start getting receipts because I want to call these people out.
Andy Kamenetsky, there.
No.
Called him a Ponzi scheme.
Fact or cap coming up next.
A Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday.
The first title of the OKC era is complete. One of the youngest rosters in recent memory has just completed one of the finest seasons in NBA history.
On 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app, plus on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles, we are reacting to the Oklahoma City Thunder's win in 7 games over the Indiana Pacers. Thanks to Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Please enjoy responsibly.
Accident, For injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Hey, it's Mace. If you're injured in an accident, you got to call my guy, Jacob. Why? Because his team will hold your hand throughout the entire process. He's been handling cases since the 90s. The consultation is free. He'll deal with the insurance company on your behalf, and you only pay Jacob if he wins. He's got the reputation and the clout to get you the compensation you deserve. Call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB, or visit calljacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Cappy here to tell you about my great friends at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. I'm a huge fan for so many reasons. The safety, technology, versatility, reliability, and they're all about the Subaru Love Promise. The cars are spacious and sporty. You got to go see my boy Omar and his team at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. They're focused on your needs, and they're the most knowledgeable people when it comes to getting you into the right Subaru. Ocean Subaru, 1100 South Euclid in Fullerton, just off the 91 freeway. Go to OceanSubaruOC.com. That's OceanSubaruOC.com. Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, where every journey starts with love.
Big on protein, rich on flavor. The new $10 Islands Restaurant's protein bowls are here for a limited time. Packed with over 40 grams of protein and stacked with fresh ingredients for the flavors you love. Just in a bowl. Find your protein paradise at islandsrestaurants.com.
Progressive knows when you're on your boat, you're already on vacation. And Vacation You forgets all your worries. Vacation You doesn't even keep track of time and knows that time is a meaningless construct designed to control us, man. But Regular You knows you don't want to be too far out in the water after the sun goes down because Vacation You doesn't know how to navigate in the dark yet. Vacation You and Regular You really need to get on the same page. So bundle your boat with your home or auto policy and earn an automatic discount from Progressive. And spend the savings on the both of you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Jane has 150,000 miles on her truck, and she's proud of that. Jane's secret? AutoZone, where friendly AutoZoners help her find the right parts. Jane's brother Josh only cares that his car starts and goes, but when it doesn't, he also goes to AutoZone, where friendly AutoZoners help with free services. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply.
Here we go. It is Factor Cap time. Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show. Each weekday around 10:30, producer Emily serves up what's going down, and fun and frivolity ensues. Special thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand for making Factor Cap possible.
It's Joseph S. Normand. It's Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. And if you've been hurt in an accident, let me help you. Call my office at 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let's do it. Factor Cap.
Right now. Take it away, producer Emily.
Welcome to Factor Cap.
Thanks, Joe. Hi, guys.
Aloha. Hody, hody.
Trav, you did something unexpected this weekend. You went and saw a movie.
I did.
That's new.
What'd you see?
I saw Life of Chuck.
Huh? Who's in that?
Tom Hiddleston is in that.
Is that Loki?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I saw Editafor. What's his first name?
Shohei Ohtani.
Oh, I like that guy.
He's
yeah.
great. He's
And then-
Super
great in
actor.
it. Mark Hamill is in it, and I didn't even know
Luke
it was
Skywalker.
until the credits rolled. I'm like, oh my God, that's who that was.
What's the name of this movie?
Life of Chuck. It's an adaptation of a Stephen King short story.
Oh.
And it's sad, but I really liked it.
It's a little
really
kooky.
liked it.
It's a little out there with its premise, but
Who chose the movie?
Me, because I'd read the story.
You got Mission Impossible. You got Sinners. You got some.
also those
Why
two
you
movies
choose
came
to
out a
be
month
depressed,
ago.
man? Go see something fun.
That's usually my jam.
Yeah.
And I like Mission Impossible. I'll be honest, I will never see that movie.
Yeah.
Really?
I will never ever see it.
Come on, man. He's
No.
doing it for all
like
of us.
Sinners, I would watch because
Yeah.
Doing what for all of us?
He's
Jumping
doing
out
all
of
the
planes?
stunts for the old guys.
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah.
He's hanging off the side
I
of
really liked
helicopters.
it. It was
Okay.
sad, but I really liked it.
The Life of Chuck.
Life of Chuck.
I can't remember a movie that had the name Chuck in it that wasn't sad in some way.
This is
Or
sad.
It's
Yeah.
also, it's kind of the thing. It's like, oh, who's Chuck? Anyway,
Yeah.
if you're
And now
interested,
pronounce me Chuck and Larry.
There was another one. Yeah, okay.
5, 6. But yes, it's a good movie if you're going to see it. I also watched a Tom Cruise movie this weekend. I watched Days of Thunder.
Oh,
Hell
heck yeah.
Robin's
loved
racing.
it.
Yes.
Robin's racing.
Yes.
It's
Don't
Top
want-
Gun and race cars.
I don't want you
It was
spoiled,
great.
bud.
My mom, I called my mom this weekend, and she said there used to be a ride at our local amusement park, like half an hour from us, that was a Days of Thunder ride.
Oh, really?
But this was like 2000 before I was conscious. That's when it
Robert
happened.
Duvall.
He's good
Great.
in that
My
movie.
man,
He'll
yeah.
shape you like a bullet.
Yeah.
This weekend, I saw 2 comedy shows. So I saw one on Friday night at the Largo, which is more of a professional setting. It's kind of a lower key, but they have a really great lineup. They always have really cool guest stars. Like, we had Taylor Tomlinson as a guest star, unannounced, but the headliner was Chris Fleming. Great. But then Saturday night, my friends had a backyard comedy night, and my friend's a comedian. But she's getting up there. But it's kind of all of her friends that were performing are people who do sets around town. They're not like nobodies, but they're also not all the way up there. But it was really fun. I liked to have this intimate setting. So I was thinking about who is a good audience member. Do you want to laugh? Do you want to laugh only? Do you have a pity laugh? Things like that. Do you consider yourself a good audience member? Travis Fettercat.
Yeah. Fact. For comics specifically?
For comics.
Yeah. No, I'm a fairly easy mark in that setting. I will laugh at most things. If you stink, I'm not going to give it up. But if you're even average, I will laugh and have a good time.
Did you give
I know you're not a
courtesy
heckler.
laughs? Were you courtesy
I'm
laughing?
not going to heckle, no.
I mean, there are some courtesy laughs, especially for my friend when it was like silent after a joke. I was like,
I'm not going to leave my boy hanging.
Okay.
I'm going to laugh if nobody else is laughing, but that was stupid.
yeah. You're a good audience member, DeMarco?
Fact, I am, but you can't lose me. If you're just bombing and you don't get it, and it's time to leave and you don't, I'll give you some courtesy laughs, but then, dude, you're killing yourself.
Yeah. Wrap it up, buddy.
That's it. Yeah.
Jorge?
Yeah, I'm pretty, I'm amused. But again, if you're just not doing a great job, I think like you can tell by the first 5 or like 6 jokes that they hit. If it's not happening, then dude, please just get out.
At the Largo, the first kind of guest that came out, it was her first time at the Largo, and I think that she also was like a little nervous, and you could tell. So I was like a little bit more like, haha, jokes that I didn't think were like super funny.
That's a weird deal when you could tell that the comic is uncomfortable on stage.
Yeah.
That puts a bad vibe in the room that's set up for failure.
You ever heard of Joe Torre? Not the manager, the comedian?
No.
Guy Torre's brother or anybody?
No.
Comedian. He's a great comic, and he's an insult comic. So he did this one show, and the opening act bombed. And it wasn't because the guy wasn't good. It's because just the audience, it just missed.
Yeah.
He came out, his entire set was insulting the room. And it got ugly. Like, he was like, you want to mess with somebody, mess with me. And he tore the entire room up.
Really?
Yeah, oh, my God.
Yeah,
it
crowd
was
work
so
can
vicious.
go either way.
Yeah.
Yes. Be careful.
And also, when you rely too much on crowd work, I can tell that you also don't have your own material.
But he was mad. Like, you didn't have to boo the guy off stage.
Yeah.
And he just let him have it.
Yikes.
Oh, my God. Yes.
So I saw 28 Years Later yesterday, which is a movie, an infected movie about the
I
world
saw
ending.
28 Days a million years ago.
Yeah, it's the continuation of that series. But the couple next to me, it was a packed theater Sunday night, and the couple next to me, the girl was talking loudly in the trailers, which is not the end of the world because the movie hasn't started yet. But like, there was a trailer for this movie called The Long Walk, which is a Stephen King adaptation
Yes,
as
it
well.
is.
Oh, wow.
And she goes, "Why would anyone sign up for that?" And I was like, maybe watch the freaking movie, maybe do that. And then during the movie, she turns to the guy and goes, a scene happens, and she's like, I don't care what that scene was in the movie. I'm like, maybe watch the rest of the movie and you'll find out. I was not happy to sit next to that specific girl because of her tone and how loud she was talking. But then, let's go up, movie's over. I find out she was barefoot the whole freaking time. She had her feet on these recliners. And it's just like, girl, this is not your house.
Not
if you
your
want to be
movie
barefoot, be in your own
theater?
home. So,
Ballpark.
you cannot be barefoot in a public space unless it's like the beach or a pool. DeMarco, fact or cap?
I'm going to go fact. Yesterday, I did walk barefoot, like, almost all day.
To the park?
Yeah, and around, just like the beach areas.
Okay.
So because I was told to, it's better for my knees.
Okay.
But yeah, not in the movie theater. That's disgusting.
That's gross.
Yeah, you can hear yourself walk through a theater. There's stuff down there. Ugh, that's nasty.
Exactly,
Ugh.
Travis.
Well, I wear shoes in my own house.
Right, there you go.
I'm not a barefoot type of guy. There are certain places, movie theater, ballpark, by the way, listen up, people, airplanes where you have to leave your shoes on.
Yes.
You cannot take your shoes off in public places. The beach is fine, a pool fine, but everywhere else.
Beach is
keep your shoes-
appropriate, right?
Yeah, of
Not in the
course.
movie- that's not appropriate. That's disgusting.
Jorge?
Yeah, for someone that used to clean those things, they clean them overnight. They clean them at least once or twice a month, those seats. And those floors have gum, juice, soda, all kinds of stuff.
Even if the chair looks
You know what?
clean.
I'm less hot about that. That's your choice. That's disgusting. But asking me about plot points during the movie, I would be so mad.
I hate that even if I'm watching a movie at home. Like, my dad will do this. Sorry, Dad, love you. But he'll be like, so what's his job? So why is he here? And I'm like, watch the movie. It'll explain it.
I'm a watch the movie person, too. Yeah, I
Yes.
hate that. Yeah, watch
you
the
can
movie.
comment on something that's happening, if we've already seen it before. But
if you want to talk about it after, hey,
Yeah.
why do you think that guy? I don't understand what this person was doing. Okay, but 5 minutes in the movie, I don't get what's it. Why is he doing that? I've seen everything you've seen.
That's
I
what I'm saying.
I don't know.
Right. Watch the movie.
Okay. One more thing. So there's an actress. Her name is Rachel Zegler. She played Snow White in the most recent Snow White movie for Disney. She's also been in a Hunger Games movie, and then she was in West Side Story. So she's kind of had some stuff, but she's pretty young. She's like 22, I think. But they're doing this thing at New York Times where they're asking people for their 10 best movies of this century. Okay? So Rachel's asked, and she gives her 10 best, but one of them includes her own movie.
Oh.
It includes West Side Story, the Steven Spielberg one. And so my statement is, so you're asked for the 10 best radio hosts in history.
Here we go.
Do you put your name on there, even if it's like, do you put your name on a list? If it can somehow be relatable.
This is
like
fun.
if someone could be like, okay, I get why they put them there.
I'm so glad you brought this up.
Sure.
This is a combine test. I want to see how you guys answer. When they ask you your position, give me your top 10. They want to see if you include you.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. I want to see how you answer.
What's the question? The top 10?
Top 10 radio hosts.
No. Like of all time?
Yeah.
No. I'm not on that list.
Of course.
Not even close.
Do you put
Did I
yourself
fail
on the
the
list?
See, that's the thing, right? You're
Yeah.
supposed to. But
But
if
I'm
you
not.
do, you're a jerk. But
Yeah.
if you don't, you don't believe
No,
in
no,
yourself.
I've done this for 30 years.
Right.
I know what's good and what's not. And not in the top 10.
You would say no? Okay, in that room, I would probably say yes.
Yeah.
So I guess that makes me fact.
No, I was thinking about this
Is that right?
because
Or what about like top 10 gaucho baseball players or whatever?
not on that list either because
Exactly.
there's a bunch of guys that made the major leagues. I'm doing this.
That's right. See,
But
that's what I mean.
It's, by the way, that's not a matter of
No.
opinion. That's a matter of fact.
The person asking the question is doing the judging. It's just they want to see where you put yourself.
And some people might say it's a matter of fact that the Steven Spielberg West Side Story is not one of the 10 best
that's
movies
fine,
of
but
the
that's
century.
far more subjective. Like,
Yes.
for instance,
Yeah.
the greatest Super Bowls of all time. If you put your Super Bowl in there, you're right.
Number one.
It was one of the greatest Super Bowls of all time. There's a guy tackled at the 1 yard line with time expiring.
Fun.
Great Super Bowl. But if you said the Rams Patriots from a few years ago, that game stunk. It was a lousy football game.
Totally agree.
Yeah, so let's all pay
So
attention.
you put it there if it was
It wasn't as exciting,
understandable,
right.
if it would make sense.
Right.
So like maybe top 10 ESPN LA 710 radio hosts.
I'm in there.
Exactly. All right, Jorge.
No, I wouldn't put myself in there either.
What about top 10 Jorges that Emily knows?
I mean, that's for you to decide. You put me on that list. Hopefully, you put me better than 6, though.
See? Thank you. You 6, right?
Hey,
6.
I didn't
Okay.
make the list.
6, huh? 6.
Fact and Cap is brought to you by the law office of
I got
Joseph
your
S.
6.
Normand. You got many choices in your legal team, but family always comes first with Joe. 213-747-2000. 213-747-2000 and normandlegal.com. I want to break down these two teams when we come back to Marco because you may be displeased with where you got drafted, but at least you got drafted to the right team. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The biggest show on the radio.
Mason in Ireland today at noon after Travis and DeMarco.
The Lakers no longer can be outspent. The guy who's now running the Lakers has had massive success running the Dodgers. The Dodgers have been to the playoffs 11 years in a row. They've been to the World Series 4 times. This is indescribably big news if you're a Laker fan.
It's just a titanic shift in the town.
The OGs of LA Sports Talk.
Mason and Ireland on 710.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Ever feel like the road is out to
Thankfully, Hyundai is always working to ensure it doesn't, with over 130 IIHS Top Safety Awards since 2006. IIHS Top Safety Awards include Top Safety Pick and Top Safety Pick Plus awards to Hyundai vehicles from 2006 to 2025.
Now for a limited time, lease a Hyundai Tucson for only $259 a month. Or get 2.99% APR. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end July 7th. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
Hey, Joe Fortenbaugh here. Whether you're locking in your home run picks or riding with your favorite golfers this summer, ESPN Bet is your sportsbook for all the action. Go from checking stats on your favorite teams and players to placing bets in just a few taps. Plus, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with the promo code JOEQ to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Thy ticket, Lady Jennifer of Coolidge.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Here'th my Discover card.
They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs?
Yeah, they do here. Discover's accepted at the places I love to shop. Getteth with the times.
With the times? You're playing the lute.
Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
So tell me more about those Peking duck tacos.
Peking duck tacos. Oh, God, I can't remember the name of the place. You ever been to Portland?
Oh, many times.
Do you like Portland? Be honest.
Yeah, I do. I don't know if I'd want to live there, but I do like it.
It's like the land that time forgot.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, it's
There's
unlike
literally a sketch in Portlandia that says the dream of the 90s is alive in Portland, and it's either the 1890s or the 1990s, with like all the hipster culture and everything.
It is.
That's about right.
That's exactly it right there,
Yeah.
and they're happy to be that.
Yeah.
And I hope they never change.
Yeah.
Not sure if I want to live there, but I hope they never change. Good for Portland. Wow, crazy.
And you got those tacos.
They were so good. Peking duck taco. Have you ever even thought of Peking?
Okay,
No?
But when you think about it,
Only in Oregon will you
is
get duck
there
tacos.
anything you could put in a taco, you'd be like, nah, I don't want to eat that.
I would never think to put duck in a taco.
Nor would
Cheesecake?
I. But okay, if you put a piece of cheesecake and wrapped it
taco.
into tortilla and warmed it up, that probably would be amazing.
I'm sure
Flour
it's
tortilla.
been done somewhere.
That doesn't sound
flour,
like
yeah.
bad.
A what?
Flour tortilla.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can't be in a corn one. It's just be weird.
Super interesting. Yes. A lot of weird stuff, but it was really good.
What was
Super good.
Keep
what are the
Portland
weirdest
weird.
thing you saw?
I can't go into that.
Okay, second weirdest thing you saw.
I can't go into that either. And you're going to see everything. And I mean everything up there in Portland. But the restaurant scene is outstanding. It's unbelievable.
Breweries too.
Breweries are great.
I saw that they have a restaurant that just serves hot dogs, and you can do a whole hot dog platter. Like you can have layers and layers of hot dogs.
Like a sampler thing?
Yeah, with corn dogs as well. So I would be, if I go to Portland, I'm going to go to that place.
You'll be in heaven.
Yes, and they're like red hot dogs too.
Did I tell you to avoid Portland Airport?
You did not.
Okay,
tell me
avoid
that.
Portland Airport. It's so spread out, and I swear everything was on an incline. Everywhere we went, it felt like we were going uphill. Like this is impossible.
Get your workout in.
You were
Did.
on your way in or your way out?
On the way in, trying to get out of there.
On the way out, though, you might have been sick, and your equilibrium could have been jacked up.
Definitely did not help, but the most spread out airport I've ever been to in my life.
All right, so you're displeased with where you got drafted in our upcoming softball game, which is July 11th at West Covina Sportsplex All-Star Friday night. You were taken in the 6th round on Team Mace. You're displeased.
I think I should have gone higher.
You should have.
At least a round higher.
I'd say 2 rounds higher.
At least, okay, you replace me with DeAndre?
Yeah, I think you guys should flip spots, I think would be the correct draft order.
I like the team.
Oh, no, the teams are a joke.
I like the team.
We're going to get annihilated.
This is just all like pride stuff. I do. Yeah, I think you're right. I think Team Mace actually has it. Let's see. Mario can play, though.
Okay. Yes, he can.
And you're sneaky.
No, I'm not.
You are. Travis, you're sneaky.
No, I'm not.
You are, you have a baseball mind.
I've
Come on.
had, but
And then you
they're
got
not
Momo.
asking me to manage the team. They're asking me to run, and I don't run or try.
Part
You know
of this
me.
is going to be managing and being smart. So that, okay, so
No,
Momo.
it's not.
the brain trust of baseball, the guys I trust, they got a pretty good top 3. They do. Momo can play.
She
played. We're not taking a test. We played a long time ago.
Momo played. Okay, then G, then Andy, then okay. You're dragging.
We have Mario.
And you got the top
and
3.
Cappy.
You got a hell of a top 3.
No.
And what about Marcus and Kasim? They, they haven't played before, right?
Okay, Kasim has never had a glove on his hand. And We've discovered that's a fact, by the way.
I knew
He's
that.
here, by the way, so we can ask him about
How
it.
much does Marcus play?
Not much.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, you got a heck of a top 3. Okay, but yeah, I'm okay with our team.
Okay,
I just don't like where I was selected.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Is Brian Cohen a better softball player than me?
We're going to find.
Yes, is the answer.
Is Brian Cohen a better softball? He better not be, Travis. You
Did you
played baseball.
DeMarco, 35 years ago I played baseball.
It doesn't
and
die,
not,
it's
and
in
by
there.
the way, we're not playing baseball. We're playing softball.
Do you believe him? I don't believe him one bit.
Did
I
you
don't.
watch the game last year?
Because you're not really motivated.
And you expect me to be motivated this year?
I think if you brought it, if they bring that competitive side out, it's in there.
Is Kirk Morrison a better softball player than me? Yes.
Yes.
Is Jorge Briones a better softball player than me?
Yes. He's an athlete. Yes.
Is Brian Kamenetsky a better softball player than me? Yes. Are
Is
you
he
a
really?
better softball player than me?
BK's better
Yes.
than you?
Yes.
Then you stink. Are you serious?
My effort on a scale of 1 to 10 is a 1. My want on a scale of 1 to 10
You're setting
is
me
a
up.
1.
I'm not buying it.
I've done
I'm
it
not-
3 years in a row.
I'm
It's
not
been the
buying
same
it.
performance 3 years in a row.
See, you're just waiting for the moment. This is your moment right here. Yeah, this is your
Does
team.
Travis go
You-
deep? Travis goes deep.
You got your juggernaut. Now you're about to beat us all. See, you're not.
You should know me better than this by now.
It's in there.
It might be in there, but it ain't coming out at a softball game on a Friday night. It's
Can
gonna.
Brian play?
Who?
Brian Kamenetsky.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
He played club at Vanderbilt,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, but again, that's not why
I know,
he's
but it's
good.
like, yeah,
he's
30 years
good
ago.
because
I should
he's
be
good.
upset, right? You'd make fun of me over this.
I'm
You've
not making
been
fun of you.
making fun of me over this.
No, when? Okay,
I
hold
know
on.
you have.
When? No, I have not. When
Even
have
though I
said
haven't
anything
been here, I
about
know you
DeMarco?
were laughing.
Oh, man,
as soon as I went 6, I know you started laughing.
We got the mush on our team.
Who's the mush?
Emily.
I have never won. And I've been I'm 0-4 or however many times we've done
We
this.
do have one guy that got added to our team that it will help us, but I don't know if it's enough to get us over the top. We got Trudell added to our team.
We should also
Sneaky
have
good
Parker.
athlete.
And we got Parker.
Very good athlete,
Sneaky good athlete.
and Trudell will try hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can catch a fly ball.
I think currently I am winless against him in pickleball.
How many times have you played?
We played, me, him, and George played quite a bit when we were getting ready for the pickleball tournament.
Yeah.
We played a lot, and I'm absolutely Beto. Me and Beto got smashed by the both of them.
Yeah, Trudell's competitive.
Yes.
and quick and fit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and competitive and super competitive
Yeah.
and likes to win.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. He's on your team too?
yeah.
I still don't get how the Parker got on Team
Where is he?
Mace. I don't really understand.
He's
how
not
that
on
happened.
on the board.
Oh, he's not on the board.
He got added later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What'd you say, Jorge?
I said because she says she doesn't understand how Parker ended up
Well,
in us, and if Cappy made that deal,
I
remember?
understand intellectually, but we should get compensatory picks and get Parker and Trudell.
If the goal is to make this competitive, we need Parker as well. If we got Parker and Trudell, we got a game. If we get Parker
No.
too, we got a game.
I think you're underestimating your squad and you're adding to it with Parker.
And don't
That's
forget, you
not
got the
fair.
What about
Rotolo guys.
Carlo?
He should be a free. We should be allowed to draft Parker. You should have to bid on him. Yeah, that's not fair. I see what you're doing.
I offer nothing.
Okay. Come on.
And it's not a Parker thing. It's just
Oh.
that it's my investment
Just
in
saying.
winning or not.
That's a pretty good
I'm
team.
going to hold down first base. I'm going to have a couple of cold beers, and I'm going to have a good time. That's what's going to happen. And you know what else is going to happen?
What?
I'm going to walk out of there in one piece,
There you go.
and I'm going to go down to Pechanga. And the next day, you and I are going to play golf with
Okay.
the listener.
Yes.
And I'm going to meet your brother.
Yes.
And that's when you might see a little of my competitive side.
The golf side.
That's when
Okay.
it might come out a little bit.
I'm
It will
feeling
not
better.
be coming out the night before.
Feel better about your team then, but I don't like being
Are
six.
you going to the cages, DeMarco?
I am now, bro. Yeah, really? Yeah, you just got me off 6, huh? Really?
6.
Okay.
I didn't make the teams. Don't
You're
blame
mad
me.
at your own team.
I'm mad at me. If that's what you guys think, okay, let's get going. It's time to start swinging bats.
Just for a point of reference, you got drafted lower than Andy Kamenetsky on the other side.
He's just pushing, man.
Just putting that out
It's okay.
there.
It's all good. It's all good.
You got
It's all
drafted in
good.
the same part
Yeah.
as Marcus, I believe Marcus pulled the funch. He's like, well, I'll be there.
Dang. Okay.
I'm
I see
here.
What's happening?
Yeah.
That's
Just-
all right. We're going to change this narrative.
Maybe
here.
a long day.
Yes.
It is a Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday. The Oklahoma City Thunder are the 2025 NBA champs, and we're talking about it all day long on 710, thanks to Michelob Ultra. A refreshing and balanced flavor, only 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Please enjoy responsibly. We're not going to talk about the NBA championship next, but what I do want to talk about is NBA early. Kevin Durant is on another new team. Pretty good deal for the Rockets. They should be pretty good along the way. But what is Kevin Durant at this stage in his career? That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
When you switch to Progressive and bundle your home and auto, you could save hundreds, and that's a surprising amount of money.
Whoa, that's like farmer's market money.
That's like give me a gallon of that locally sourced raw honey money.
That's certified organic heirloom tomatoes in every imaginable color except red money.
That's let's get 2 pounds of pink oyster mushrooms money. I'm not even sure I like pink oyster mushrooms.
Guess it's time to find out, because you could save hundreds when you switch to Progressive and bundle. Then the world is your pink oyster mushroom. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
You gotta dip your chicken strips. Hey, this is Kiani.
And this is Tabitha.
And a little thing we love about Chick-fil-A chicken strips
is all the different sauces we can dip them in. I like to line up all my favorite sauces so that in every bite, I have a different flavor. Then, with the tenderness of the chicken, the juiciness of it, it's all there.
And for me, I like to mix my sauces so I get a little tang and I get a little sweetness all in one bite.
That's what makes it for me. Like, that's what does it for me.
That's what I'm saying.
It's the summer of Chick-fil-A chicken strips and sauces. Order now on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Hey Rams fans, it's your quarterback Matthew Stafford here. Join me for Walk United LA at the Rose Bowl Stadium on July 20th. Participants can walk or run to support fire recovery efforts and our most vulnerable LA communities. Learn more at walkunitedla.org. See you there.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Listen all week long, Sedano and Cap, for your chance to win a pair of VIP tickets to the biggest pro wrestling convention. It is Saturday, June 28th at Hilton LAX. Listen for your cue to call, and you can be caller number 7 at 877-710-ESPN for 2 tickets with VIP access to LAX Fan Fest plus 1 autograph by Ahmad Johnson. Listen to Sedano and Cap for your chance to win, or visit fanfestlax.com for tickets.
Ahmed Johnson. I can't wait. I'm going to that thing.
Oh, you are?
I can't wait. Yeah, the Hitman's going to be there. Bret Hart. I've never met him. Can't wait to meet the guy. And Ahmed Johnson, let me see. Imagine Jared Verse, only bigger.
Oh.
Yeah, a lot bigger. At one point was the biggest star in the WWF.
Oh, is he an older wrestler?
Yeah, he came along. He was the new big thing. He had the look. He was hurting guys. He was big, and then he just kind of fizzled out from there.
How much wrestling time did you log while you were banged up?
You know what's funny, man? I've been watching old stuff.
What'd you watch?
The Rock and Stone Cold.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just different era, a lot more fun. But that's why I can't wait to meet Bret Hart. It's at the Hilton, right?
It is at Hilton LAX.
Okay, that's big enough. I see. Yeah, you ever been to a wrestling convention?
No.
Okay. It's great and it's sad.
Why is it sad?
Because some of these guys are beat up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but it's great. You get to see your heroes. Yeah, and they're right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't wait.
When you were sick, do you do the same thing I do? I watch old stuff because it 1% makes me feel a little better. Like, I can't watch anything new when I feel lousy.
Yeah.
Because you got to pay attention.
You're right.
Like old stuff, like turn on an old episode of Seinfeld or Cheers or The Simpsons or something. You can just kind of veg out because you don't have to watch it.
You know what helped me sleep? I turned on YouTube and looked up old MTV videos.
There you go.
1982 and to 84. and just drifted off.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I had all these fever dreams.
Dude.
Videos were different back then.
When you got a fever going and you sleep a lot during the day.
Oh.
That you get your body clock gets all
I
whack.
didn't know what was happening. Yeah, all messed up.
It is a bad deal. All right, so the Phoenix Suns traded Kevin Durant to the Rockets for Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, and the number 10 pick in this year's draft, and 5 second-round picks. That trade got done yesterday. So KD is headed to another team, Hall of Famer, one of the great players of his era, multiple championships, 2 championships in Golden State, MVP, scores, like one of the unicorns of his era. What do you think about Kevin Durant when you see something like this?
First thing I was thinking about was 5 second-round picks. That's weird.
That is weird.
That's like a throw-in.
Second-rounders, yeah.
That's what I'm
but
saying.
5 of them. That's what's so weird about it.
Just threw in 5 second-rounders.
You know what? No, give me 6. Fine. Take 8.
Honestly, probably.
Yeah, like dig as many as you want. I don't care. You can have them all for the rest of eternity.
That's stuck with me.
HBO was like, I need at least 5.
At least 5. Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, leave the washer dryer too. I'm going to buy your house.
Yeah.
And 5 first, second-round picks. I don't know what to make of Kevin Durant. He doesn't fit a mold.
No, he doesn't.
And it's comfortable for us to do that. We try to compare guys to people we've seen and say he's in that mold. But I don't know where to put him. Does Clyde Drexler? It seems like a guy with Hall of Fame talent that just moved around a little bit.
But Drexler only played for 2 teams, right? Drexler only played in Portland and Houston.
And there in Yeah,
and one in Houston.
Did he go one more spot?
If he did, I don't remember it. Like Durant was the best player in OKC.
Yeah.
Durant was, frankly, the best player in Golden State. He was. Durant was the best player on that Brooklyn team. Durant was the best player or the second best player on Phoenix. Was Devin Booker the best player? Close. At least he's 1 or 1A.
I think wherever he is, he's either the top or near the top.
He's going to be the best player on this
I don't know.
Houston team, and yet it's all one of those. He hasn't been on a good team in a while. It's weird.
I don't know where you slot him. I guess he's a great basketball player, and I just leave it at that. Does this make Houston a contender? Sure it does. Does this mean they're going to beat OKC? Probably not. That's because of OKC, not because anything anyone else is doing. They may be good for a while. They may actually be getting better. We never know. But I would love to have Kevin Durant. There's not a scenario when I would say no to Kevin Durant.
No, completely agree. There is not a scenario where I wouldn't want Kevin Durant on my team. And yet, when Kevin Durant on your team is not a guarantee that you're going to have a good team, which is really weird because he is one of the great players. He is an older player, but still a very effective player. But Brooklyn wasn't very good. Phoenix was downright bad. And
that was a swing and a miss.
It really was.
Yeah.
And the Brooklyn thing didn't go particularly well. It didn't go for a very long time, but it didn't go. Durant's a strange, I don't want to say a strange person, but he occupies a strange place where he seems to be perpetually displeased wherever he is, or unhappy, or less than thrilled to be in the spot from almost the moment that he shows up.
Reluctant.
Reluctant's a good word.
Yeah.
That I'm here, I'm going to score my 25 points a game, I'm going to be the best player on the court pretty much every night, but I'm also like, I don't know if I love it here. It's a very strange place that he occupies.
I hope it's not lip service. And you sent the text, right, about Kevin Durant finding out when he was on stage. Was that you?
It was Jorge.
Okay. Now, reading the quotes underneath, it seems like people thought it was like he knew it was coming.
I'm sure he did.
You think so?
He said he had a feeling that it was going to happen.
It was imminent. Like,
so it's not genuine.
I don't think it's neither. It's one of those, I didn't know it was coming this second for exactly this package, but I know I'm being traded to somewhere, and it's likely one of these 2 teams. So I didn't know I'm going to Houston for these 3 guys and 5 picks, but I know I'm leaving. I just don't know exactly where and for what.
Like, do you think he knew before he took the stage?
The exact details of it?
That he was being traded.
That he was being traded?
Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
But to where and for who, maybe not.
The reason I bring it up is because I did read his comments, and the one thing I did like, he said was, it's not about money anymore, it's just about winning.
I agree.
So maybe he's tired of being a traveling Wilbury. Maybe he does want to set down roots. It would be something if KD goes out and makes Houston a winner on the way out the door.
Yeah.
Does that change your perception? Maybe he does care.
A little bit.
Maybe he did start to care.
I think he does care. I don't like he's too good of a player to just be going through the motions. I think he cares deeply about basketball. I think he cares deeply about performing at a high level, but I don't know if he cares deeply about being on a team. Because he bounces and he gets displeased quickly. He moves on quickly. He seems to check out fairly quickly. Not check out in the sense where I'm not going to try, but just, get my points and I'll move. Like who does he belong to?
No one.
It's a very weird place for being that good. It's for different reasons, but it's a little A-Roddy.
I was going to say it's a protective bubble. It's kind of like what we were talking about off air with Shohei, how he can just kind of insulate.
Yeah.
Right? It's fun. You can be in that bubble. You have your creativity in that bubble. Same with Kevin Durant if he doesn't belong to anyone. It is a nice protective bubble to be in. All you have to do is focus
but who
on you.
loves Kevin Durant?
Kevin Durant, I know that.
Okay, Kevin, but Angel fans love Shohei Ohtani.
True.
Dodger fans love Shohei Ohtani. Team Samurai fans love Shohei Ohtani.
You think OKC they hate Durant?
I don't think they hate him, but I don't think he's like their favorite son. That's
Warriors
Shea
don't
now.
hate him. The Warriors.
But again, it's Steph. Steph is their guy. Clay is their guy. Draymond's their guy. Even Andre Iguodala is more their guy than Kevin Durant.
Even from the OKC days, it's more Russell Westbrook that it sits
Oh,
with
they
those
love
people's
him.
hearts.
He connected with the fans.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He doesn't grow roots like that. It's not that he's not a great player, and I don't think anybody dislikes Kevin Durant. It's not that.
OKC people might because of that Players Tribune letter that he left his team, the team that beat them in the Western Conference Finals, and I feel like
that's true.
Knowing some people that are OKC fans, they don't like Kevin Durant.
Okay.
Anecdotally.
Well, make Houston a winner. They'll love you. They'll love you forever.
So, with that in mind, a little last man standing, Em.
Uh-oh.
All right, here we go. So, according to ESPN Bet, these are the odds post Kevin Durant trade, post NBA championship for Oklahoma City. These are the teams with the 10 best odds to win the NBA championship next year.
Okay.
Okay, DeMarco, you're up first.
OKC.
OKC is at the top of the list. They are plus 220. Emily.
Cavaliers.
The Cleveland Cavaliers are second on the list. We got 1 and 2 right off the list, plus 700. Jorge.
The Pacers.
The Pacers are on the list. They are fifth at 14-1. DeMarco.
I'll be the homer. Lakers.
The Lakers just make it. They are eighth on the list, also at 14-1.
How many we got left?
6.
6 left. Okay.
Emily.
Rockets.
The Rockets are definitely on the list. The Rockets are fourth. The Rockets check in at plus 850. Jorge.
The Knicks.
The Knicks are third on the list at plus 250. So we've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8.
Okay.
DeMarco.
I'm testing, so I'm just going for the sake of the game. I want to see how they feel. Memphis
is not on the list.
Okay.
Memphis is not only not on the list, they're kind of right in the middle of the pack. They're 100-1.
Jeez.
Yeah, they are down the list. So DeMarco is out.
Did someone already say the Celtics?
Nobody guessed the Celtics yet. Would you like to guess the Celtics? The Celtics are on the list, also at 14-1. Jorge.
Let's see. I'll go Clippers.
Yeah, good one. Kawhi.
The Clippers just miss. The Clippers are 11, 12, They are 14th on the list at 33-1.
No way.
Emily wins.
No, hell no. I want to hold on. Go ahead.
Here's who was not mentioned. Minnesota, 14-1. They've been in Western Conference Finals 2 years in a row.
And then the Magic.
And the Magic are 10th at 18-1. And if Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is not the best player in the league, who is?
Nikola Jokic.
Jokic, the Denver Nuggets are number 9. They are at 18-1. But the Lakers are in there, which
are they still? Is
that a surprise to you guys that Houston bumped up? Houston they're number 2 seed in the West. They added Kevin Durant, and what was going out isn't nothing, but they didn't give up Van Vliet, they didn't give up Şengün, they didn't give up Thompson. That they added Durant and kept the core of their team. That's a pretty nice upgrade, right?
Give me
there.
that list again. The top 10. I'm just going by name.
Thunder.
Yep. Okay, that's Shy.
Cavs.
Yep. Well, that's the only one superstar.
Donovan Mitchell.
Okay, that counts.
Yeah, they had one of the best regular season records.
They had number 1 seed in the East.
Records, but as far as superstar,
Knicks.
Cat, you believe in?
Brunson is their best guy.
Brunson, yes. Yep.
Rockets.
Well, just became KD.
Yep, KD's their best guy. And they got some, Van Vliet's a good player. Şengün's a good player. Thompson's a good player. Indiana. That's a weird one. But he's not going to play next year. So that's he tore his Achilles. So he's out for the year. That one doesn't make a ton of sense to me.
Back into contention.
Without your best guy, though, that's really tough.
I like that coach.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
I think he's a good coach. Minnesota, Anthony Edwards.
Yep.
Boston.
Well, okay. They have multiple stars.
Well, Tatum's not going to play next year either.
Right.
So you got Brown. We'll see if they keep Porzingis. We'll see if they keep Jalen. Who am I forgetting? Drew Holiday. They got some
Good
guys
team.
that could be coming or going. And then the Lakers, Nuggets, and Magic are your last three.
Magic have...
Well, they added Bane. They've got Paolo. They've got...
Banchero. Thank you very much.
Yeah, who's the other guy? The German dude. I'm always blanking on his name. Wagner.
Yeah.
Franz.
Wagner.
Yeah.
Wagner. Yes.
Yeah, so they got some guys.
Okay.
And they added Bane. And plus the East, like, you're going to get some bonus points in the East because it's wide open. Like, who the hell knows?
Where'd they have the Warriors, just for fun?
They're just outside the top 10. They're 11th.
Really?
22
Still
to 1.
believing in Steph.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and we'll see what they do, right? You see what the
They
draft
gotta
looks
retool
like.
a little bit. Yeah.
Got to figure out what you're going to do with Draymond.
You got to retool a little bit.
You know, that's one of the things I'd like to see.
What?
I'd like to see Draymond somewhere else, just to see what happens to both teams.
I'd love to see him as a Laker.
Right? I would too.
Yeah, I would love this.
I think they could really use what he brings to the table.
That's exactly what's missing.
But he also may lose his damn mind somewhere else.
I'll take that.
He also they may miss him desperately in Golden State because what you want to bring to the Lakers, he brings to Golden State, and the Warriors know that they can keep him kind of sort of in the middle of the fairway.
Yes.
Most of the time. Not always, but when Steph says chill out, he chills out.
Right. For the most part. Yes.
For the most
You
part.
want to make some money? Bring him here and then put the Warriors and the Lakers on Christmas. And then get back and have the game be there. Draymond going back there to play against the Warriors.
Problem might be the wrong word. This is part of the challenge that the NBA has. And I agree with what you just said. That we're still trying to find a way to make LeBron and Steph and Draymond the story, as opposed to the story being Shea or Donovan Mitchell or Brunson. It's like we keep going back to the guys that are in their 30s.
I tried to give me something to sell about OKC.
I'm with you.
You can't sell me Chet Holmgren like you said.
I'm with you, but that's the challenge that they have because LeBron's going to be 58 years old next year. Steph is 51. Draymond's 107. Like, these guys are getting up there.
Maybe that's what they need. They need a bad boys in their division. They need a foe.
It's
a black
weird
hat.
deal.
Yeah.
It is a weird deal. Not a bad season, but not the best season. I'll tell you who we're talking about next. It's coming up. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
You mentioned Pechanga. I cannot wait to go out there to watch you go down in flames to my brother on the golf course. You know this, right?
We'll see.
I'm actively rooting against you. This is going to be fun.
Like I said, it may come out when you least expect it.
You let them pick me sixth. You knew I wasn't here. Hey, it's DFAR. The Home Sweet Win promotion has announced a winner. One Long Beach single mother is now the proud owner of a brand new home in Temecula. She won a couple of nights ago at Pechanga Resort Casino. 20 house owners and hopefuls, along with thousands of other people looking on, gathered at Pechanga Resort Casino. I think her name is Myra V of Long Beach. She turned the key on the stage door. It was awesome, signaling she won a brand new house, a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom house, think about it, in a premier gated Temecula community. Just awesome stuff. And while we're out there, after I see you go down in flames, we can play our perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, Southern California's premier resort casino experience. You don't have to get stuck in traffic. If you don't have to, you can be at the best casino resort in Southern California in less than an hour. We're going to be there on the 12th, I believe, right? That is.
12th.
The 12th of July. Can't wait. Come see Travis lose. And come see why readers of Newsweek and USA Today voted Pechanga Resort Casino the best casino outside of Las Vegas. So whether your idea of entertainment is lounging poolside or putting a great bet on blackjack, Pechanga Resort Casino is waiting for you.
A Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday.
The first title of the OKC era is complete. One of the youngest rosters in recent memory has just completed one of the finest seasons in NBA history.
On 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app, plus on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles, we are reacting to the Oklahoma City Thunder's win in 7 games over the Indiana Pacers. Thanks to Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Please enjoy responsibly.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Next Gen, the official air conditioning, heating, plumbing, and electrical team of SoCal sports fans, is telling you that summer is coming. So are you ready to beat the heat? Don't let your system throw you a curveball. The industry is experiencing equipment shortages and rising prices, which means now is the best time to replace. So don't get stuck in the heat. Next Gen's offering everyone a free whole home air cleaner with any new AC install. Enjoy cleaner air and total home comfort this summer, and you'll get peace of mind with Next Gen's lifetime warranty on selected units. Remove dust, allergens, and pollutants, and lock in the best pricing on your new AC install. They're open 7 days a week. Lifetime warranty options available, financing options available, and of course, that 5-star service. Don't wait. Call 833-3-NEXTGEN. That's 833-3-NEXGEN today and beat the heat. CSLB number 1011173. Next Gen, here for you now and for years to come.
NEXGEN. Call 833-3-NEXTGEN. Keep it right here for the very best coverage of the 2025 NBA Draft. All your ESPN LA Draft coverage is driven by your SoCal Hyundai dealers. There's never been a better time to test drive that Hyundai you've always wanted. Visit your SoCal Hyundai dealer today.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED, because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds, through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at hims.com/joy, and from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs, with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
And it is the Travis and DeMarco Show on this Monday, a Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday. Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Please enjoy responsibly. We're all over Game 7 of the NBA Finals and so much more. The Travis and DeMarco Show rolls on your Monday on 710 ESPN and always on the all-new ESPN LA app.
Can I read this to you? This is so funny. We're talking about Chet Holmgren. He says Chet Holmgren looks like someone drew Abraham Lincoln with their left hand for a straight-to-Disney Plus animated movie about former presidents who can hoop.
You have not just verified that you're looking at me, right?
Yes.
You did not tell me who sent that. I know who sent that.
Do you?
Yes.
Who sent that?
The Francis Pablo.
How did you know that?
Because that's his gig.
That's his thing?
That's what he does.
Okay, that's hilarious.
His gig is, this looks like that if you drew it with your offhand.
Left hand.
Who was the Bucks coach?
One of the
Mike
running jacks
Budenholzer.
is he looked like Mike Budenholzer and then
Left hand.
misplaced
Oh my
his keys or got surprised by a ghost or whatever it is.
That's what it
he's
is?
got a very specific setup, and it's very funny.
Thank you very much. I laughed out loud. That was hilarious.
Chet looks like a praying mantis that's playing basketball.
He's a champion, bro. You can look the way you want to
No,
look.
no,
if
I
you're a
didn't. I
champion.
didn't say that he looks like anything other
But
than.
don't put him on a
he looks
Wheaties
like
box. I don't want to see that.
praying
Hey,
mantis.
man, it could sell. You just got to do it.
To
right.
who?
Sell to whom?
Put him in the distance.
To who?
I don't know. Sell him to anybody. You got to be able to sell a champ.
I
Come
think
on.
just the big white Wheaties and letters
That's
on the
it?
box. That's enough.
Or like just a lot of night games, you know,
Oh
from
my
League
God.
of Their Own. Or just put you know how he's so tall?
Yeah.
The Wheaties goes over his face, like you said, and then everyone else is on the picture.
It's
You
like
can see
Mo
his face.
Sizlak in The Simpsons when
Yes.
he becomes the face of Duff Beer and they put all the stickers over
Yeah.
his face.
You know what?
Exactly.
He
That's fine.
balled.
He was great.
He was fantastic.
He's
yes.
just tall and skinny.
I never expected him to be that good. I mean, that was almost.
He was that good at Gonzaga.
Well, this is what's scary about that team, generally speaking.
You're right. Yeah.
He's just getting going.
That's
If he
what I'm
stays
saying.
healthy, he's going to be great. Now, he may not stay healthy because guys that are built like that sometimes don't.
Sticks, yeah.
Tall, skinny guys like that break, and when they break, they tend to break over and over again. But he was terrific.
We were talking about the celebration seemed muted.
Yeah.
Maybe they feel like they're just getting started, and they could be.
They weren't acting like they hadn't been there before. They acted like they've been there before, and this is just another step in their journey.
We expected it.
What did you say the number is, Em? They had 7 different NBA champions in a row? The last 7 years have had 7 different teams win the title.
The most recent repeat was the Warriors.
And so when you look at it, and I think I'm with everybody else when you're looking at it and thinking that this Oklahoma City group could be the beginning of, if they won 3 titles in the next 6 years, I don't think anybody's shocked, right? That seems reasonable and possible. But it also is no guarantee that they're going to even win one more. We see. Think about when the Lakers won in the bubble, and take away the fact that the bubble was kind of unusual. Yet Anthony Davis and LeBron James playing at a super high level, and it felt like, hey, listen, they're going to be in the mix a lot. They haven't been back since. Okay.
Yeah.
Think about Denver a couple of years ago when they won their first ever NBA title. What were we saying? Oh man, everything's running through Denver. They haven't been back since. The Dallas Mavericks went once. The Celtics went and lost, and then took them a few years to get back again. What feels like something that's set up for a long run really hasn't. Now, I get it. This is different. They're young. They've got the MVP. Chet is different. Jalen Williams is different. They're deep.
They got a lot of picks.
They got a lot of picks to keep this
reloading.
thing. I understand it's different, but it also isn't a guarantee that they just run this through over and over. Weird stuff happens every single season.
No, but let's see. Can you pick apart Denver and say, was there a flaw back then? No, that would be disingenuous to say we saw flaws in them. But how do you catch up to OKC in one summer? Because they're younger, they're faster, and they just played better basketball than you. I don't think you lose that in a year. Jokic getting bored, I could see that happening.
What if you got Jokic a little more help? What if you got Anthony Edwards a little more help? Like I don't think it's a matter of them coming back to the pack. I think it's a matter of somebody rising to their level. Like I think that Kevin Durant in Houston may be the thing that all of a sudden puts them over the top, because Kevin Durant is, let's be disrespectful, the 10th best player in the league. He's probably not 10. He's probably higher than that.
Yeah.
But so
you have to deal with age, though.
You do, and that's where all this. But let's say all of a sudden, and I'm not wishing this on. I'm not even going to put anybody's name on it specifically. But say one of Oklahoma City's 2 or 3 best guys has something happen.
You're going to deal with that,
and all of a sudden they drop down again.
That's what I wonder what they add, and if you're smart, you would, because OKC could actually add to what they already have and take it in a completely different direction.
I do think you're going to see a little bit of a separation, like going into last season's playoffs in the Western Conference, kind of 1 through 6 or 7. It's like, yeah, man, it could be anybody. I don't think that's the case anymore. I think it's going to be maybe 1 through 2 or 3. Like throw Houston in there, maybe Minnesota in there, but
for the West,
yeah.
Oh,
I do think that there's a gap after that where you put the Lakers in there, maybe the Mavs, the Warriors.
I'm in the boat.
Denver.
I like what Houston's done. I don't think it's enough. I still would take OKC. I still would take OKC coming out of the West. I don't know what the Lakers are going to do just yet.
It's going to take some time.
No matter what you do, it would still be OKC coming out of the West. You can get closer.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Something very.
There's no move out there to be better than them in one summer.
I agree with you. Exactly that.
Yeah.
In one summer, from where we sit right here, what's today, the 23rd of June, to when they start, say, November 1, for them to go from where they are to they're as good as Oklahoma City, I don't see it.
Save for one move. I take that back. Giannis lands someplace, that might change something, somewhere. I mean, I think OKC, even defending champs, would have to we have to rethink what we're doing.
Depends
if
where
he winds up here. Yeah.
Yeah, that seems exceptionally unlikely.
Yeah.
But so did Luka, so who knows? But
that might be the only thing.
I think if as a Laker fan, as somebody that's looking at this the way that it is, the Laker thing is going to be a relatively slow build. Not in the grand scheme of things, but this isn't a one summer, you get this free agent, you make this big trade, and boom, you're right there. This is going to be we're going to build the infrastructure, we're going to get better at everything but the players on the court, and then this machine that we're building will start to produce more high-level talent, more optionality, better analysis, better everything at the very top, but you can't just do that in one summer.
3 to 5 with LeBron, 1 to 3 without him.
I think, look, they're in such a weird position with LeBron that they need to and I think they will, and this is what's exciting, they need to prepare for life without LeBron starting right now. If he's here, great. But we need to start preparing for what it's going to be like when he's not here, because that's happening sooner than later, and it might be a lot sooner than later.
I don't think they do that with new ownership, would actually force his hand.
I don't think they're going to force him out. Yeah. But, okay, let me ask you this. We were talking about this last week.
Even if they did.
Let's say LeBron comes back and says, I'm not going to opt in. I'm going to opt out, and I'd like to do another 1-on-1. If you're the Lakers, don't you say, thank you for your service, good luck finding that next deal?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so too.
That's fair, right?
Yeah, of course it is.
I think that's honesty.
Yeah.
I think that's why he's not talking.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think that's why he's not talking.
And I think that might be why he just opts in for one more year.
I wouldn't tell my hand yet. Yeah, I wouldn't show you my cards. I'm waiting. This is high-level business.
And that's why this will take a minute to get up and running. This is going to take them a minute to get the people in place to make the decisions to get it up and running. It's not just overnight.
What if he says, send me to Houston?
Sure, let's see what we can figure out. There's nothing I'm put it to you this way. Whoa, no.
All off the table.
I don't want to do that. Well, let's see what we can do.
Right. LeBron and KD? Wow.
The bluff will be called now.
At some point, right.
Because I really do think it was a bluff. I think this idea, I'll go somewhere else. Okay.
Right. Now that you have Luka, everything's
where are you going to go?
I wonder what you do. I really do. I mean, that's got to be your stopping point on pretty much everything, and everybody you hire is, what do you do with this situation right now? Because clearly you know what the future is.
I don't even think
you can't get to it.
I don't even think there you go. I don't even think it's a question. It's, hey, don't worry about that. That's going to take care of itself sooner and later. What is your plan for 2027? What is your plan for 2028? How do we compete for a title in 2027? What does Luka Doncic need to be the best player in the league by that point so we can continue? Not what do we do tomorrow?
Right.
And this is the first time that question's being asked in a real way. Because it was stay as long as you want. We'll do anything for stars, which, okay. We're not doing that anymore.
Nope.
We're going to make decisions that make the team better. Make the team better today, tomorrow, and 5 years from now.
Good for Caruso.
Let's go.
Good
the
for
NBA
Caruso.
draft, free agency, the offseason, every moment of what the purple and gold got going on, the biggest offseason in history. We have your dose of what's next for the Lakers, thanks to Pro Baller, the official energy drink of the L.A. Lakers. Hot and Cold is coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Have you ever had to deal with chafing? Trust me, it sucks. Back in the playing days, even right now, going out for morning walks. 15 miles in 3 days, if you wanted to know. Chafing is a real deal. And look, I don't want to have to give you a lesson on what to do to prevent it. Let me tell you what you can do right now if you're going through it. Keep Highland's Chafing Relief close to you at all times. Goes on like a cream, dries like a powder, stays put even through sweat and water. If you're already dealing with some chafing, don't worry about it. Trust me. Highland's Chafing Relief works, and it works fast. Get you back to feeling good sooner than later. You can run, you can ride, you can hike, you can work outdoors, do whatever you have to do to survive this heat. Highlands has your back, your arms, your thighs. You get the idea. Chafing shouldn't stop you from doing what you love. Grab Highland's Chafing Relief and feel the difference. Available today at Walmart and Target.
And reaction today on ESPN, NBA Today, a post-Game 7 edition hosted by our very own George Shinato. Be sure to watch Shinato starting at noon on ESPN and, of course, on ESPN+. And then hear George's reaction today at 3 o'clock. Sedano and Cap on 710 ESPN and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Hey, everybody, it's Cap, and I want to talk to you about what I always tell you is my absolute favorite app on my phone, and that is Prize Picks. I want you to download the Prize Picks app, use my code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y, make your first $5 play, get $50 instantly. The code is CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. Now, look, basketball season may be over, and I know it's going to be a crazy offseason, but wait a second. There's so much action happening on Prize Picks because baseball is now taking center stage. So if it's strikeouts or RBIs or first inning runs, you make your call. It's more or less, and you have a chance to win up to 2,000 times your cash today. And Prize Picks invented something that I always like to play, the flex play, which means you can still make money. You can cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. So again, download the Prize Picks.
Welcome to Big Tobacco's Fantasyland, the industry's idea of a healthier tomorrow. where vapes are deemed safer. Never mind, they can contain cancer-causing arsenic and lead. And they're anti-aging, because you're more likely to die younger from a stroke. In Big Tobacco's Fantasyland, the deadliest industry can rebrand itself as your friend.
213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Ready for a delicious escape? The New Islands Restaurant's $10 protein bowls are your ticket. Packed with over 40 grams of protein and stacked with fresh ingredients. They're only here for a limited time, so enjoy one today. Visit islandsrestaurants.com.
If Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea was your best friend, it would be the kind of friend that starts an impromptu dance party in the supermarket aisle that turns into an all-day pool party rager at your place, and you don't even own a pool. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea turns any day into a legendary adventure. It's smooth and refreshing real iced tea with just the right kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
As you know, we've welcomed the new partner here at 710 ESPN, Next Gen. Next Gen, the official AC, heat, and plumbing company of SoCal sports fans.
You're as cold as ice.
Call 833-3-NEXTGEN, NEXGEN, or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com. Time for our feature we do 3 days a week. Who's hot? Who's cold? Thanks to Next Gen. Boy, time for Who's Hot? Who's Cold? Take it away, Producer M.
Aloha.
Buenos dias.
What's happening?
Who's hot? It's Cal Raleigh. Okay.
I'll say.
He is currently sitting at, before his game starts today at 4:40 our time, he's sitting at 31 home runs so far this season. He didn't only set the record for most home runs by a primary catcher before the All-Star break, but also became the first switch hitter to have 30 home runs prior to the All-Star break. So
really,
okay, let's say comes to September.
Yeah.
He's at like 55 home runs.
Okay.
Do you think he's really could be an MVP of the AL?
Of course.
I mean, there's Judge out there.
Judge is amazing, but if that dude, the Mariners are in second place right now.
Okay.
They're near the top of the AL West, which is not a great division this year, but still, they're.
Your success is turning into team success. That's
Yeah,
MVP
and at least it's close enough. It's like if he hit 55 home runs on the A's, then it's like, yeah, whatever. How valuable is it?
Right.
But if they're in the mix and he's hitting north of 50 home runs, absolutely he can win an MVP.
That's the first switchy to have this many home runs before the break.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
In baseball
and
history.
He hits bombs.
See what Ohtani does? See? You start doing dumb stuff, now all these records start to fall. Yeah, crazy. Unreal.
Well, I mean, think about it.
I mean, you put special in the air. Now look.
20. Ohtani's got 26, or was yesterday 26 or 27? One or the other. Raleigh's 4 or 5 clear of him, of Ohtani.
Wow.
I mean, that's a big deal,
Yeah.
and he's playing the most challenging position on the field that's going to wear you down.
And Ohtani's at 26.
Give me 5 of your top Mariners all time.
Griffey, Randy Johnson, A-Rod, Jay Buhner, and
Ichiro?
Ichiro for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Outside of 5, that's about it. I mean, how many?
Well, there's Edgar Martinez. There's Tino
True.
Martinez. There's been some guys that have gone through there. They've had some good players.
Superstar Edgar
Yeah.
Martinez, right? Or
Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer Edgar Martinez.
Yeah.
It's just the issue is that they don't get to the playoffs that often, and they don't do well in the playoffs very often.
You mentioned the home runs, Em, and I swear, I love baseball, but I'm not like precious about it. I love it, but like I'm okay with rule changes. I'm okay with trying stuff. That's fine. One of the things that they really screwed up on is letting the steroid thing get as out of hand as they did, because what would have been awesome, you were in St. Louis when McGuire did his thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was the last time I think baseball captured everybody's imagination. That every day, did McGuire hit one? Did Sosa hit one? Everybody, even if you weren't a baseball fan, you were paying attention whether one of those guys had hit a home run.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, we had the race to catch Roger Maris, and he caught him. but he didn't get 62 or 3. He hit 70. And then a bunch of guys, not a bunch, but a handful of guys hit in the mid-60s. And then Bonds put it out of reach with 73. And we know what it is. Like, we know what that era means. But now a guy like Cal Raleigh, who kind of is sort of chasing a 60 home run season, it's like, yeah, whatever. Because the number got put so far, nobody's hitting 73. That's never happening again. So there's no race, but the number's artificial. Only we're actually counting. It's just one of the.
Look at Aaron Judge's season that a couple of years ago.
It's such a one of those collateral damages of it that a home run race was genuinely fun, and we're never going to get it again because we set the bar so artificially high. That's end of lecture.
You're chasing 80. That would get my attention. It's more like distance now.
It's just that home run race. Better you remember that home run race was amazing.
Yeah, remember it was also Greg Vaughn with the Padres. Putting up numbers.
Yeah. Matt Williams.
They were all in the first half. You would go down there. I remember I was in college and we drove down to see Sammy Sosa play the Padres because, like, wait a minute, Sammy Sosa from the White Sox is now doing this.
I'll never forget. I was at a Dodger game and I'm standing in the line to get something to eat or drink, and the TVs were on. One was on, there you can see multiple TVs. Yeah. One was on Dodger, and then all of a sudden, Mark McGwire comes up. He hits one. And not in the Dodger game. It was somewhere else. And the play, there's a ripple throughout the whole ballpark. Like, everybody's, he hit another one. Couldn't have been 5 minutes later in another game, other side of the country, Sammy hits one. Another ripple through the ballpark. It was the last time ever that baseball had everybody's imagination.
Did you like
it's the only
baseball during that era?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did.
I remember
the commercial "Chicks Dig the Long Way."
Yeah.
I do. I just remember some people were getting upset. This was the whispers. Like, we would say, you can't tell that guy's juiced up. And baseball was ignoring it.
Of course.
And some people were mad. It's like, this is a bastardization of baseball. I had a blast watching it.
Two things can be true at the same time. It can be a blast, and it could be a bastardization of the record book.
Well,
it was both.
They used to show the big commercials where the guys had the crazy animated muscles.
Yeah.
That's what they look like.
And that's what they look like. And it was like, oh my, this is so cool. But again, before social media, before anything else, we didn't get coverage of the St. Louis Post-Dispatch in L.A.
True.
We didn't know what was going on. And even when you had the Andrew in the background, they kind of like, nobody really saw anything. Like,
nobody
there was
really
the whispers, like, McGwire. But the thing with McGwire, you remember this when he was in Oakland, he would hit bombs.
But he didn't look like that.
No, but he was still hitting bombs, so it wasn't a surprise. Sammy was like, okay.
This is true.
All right,
they're like Brady Anderson, Luis Gonzalez. There were guys that all of a sudden it's like they would hit 20 home runs that were hitting 50. It's
everybody was hitting bombs.
Brett Boone. It's like, wait, what?
Boone,
yeah.
It's like, come on, man. Like, this is crazy. Like, what's going on?
That's why
here?
I'm going to get DeMarco like that.
No, you know who looked creepy?
No, I'm talking about hitting bombs.
Was Canseco. That dude was freakishly huge.
He was always like that, too.
But, dude, good Lord.
He's the Godfather.
Oh, my God.
Mr. 40-40.
Yeah,
bro.
He's the Godfather.
He's from Miami, bro.
For sure.
All right, so it's cold is the double slide. So the Mets and the Phillies faced off this weekend in Philadelphia, and this was absolutely incredible. It was Friday night, and this is just the call of this event. I will talk about it afterwards.
It's a fly ball, left center field, pretty deep. Taylor's back at the wall. It's off the wall. One run is in. You have two more guys running side by side almost in front of the plate, and they're both safe.
They were both safe. That came in. It ended up getting the Phillies up, I believe, 6-2 at the time. Have you guys seen that before? The double slide being pushed?
Only in Major League. Which
Willie Mays Hayes scored. Who was the other guy?
I don't know who the other guy. I don't know if this is Serrano or Jake Taylor or Corbin Burns or whoever it was, but it's the only other. I've seen a play where two guys get thrown out at the plate in Major League Baseball, but never where both guys are safe.
I've never seen a double slide that were safe. No.
Yeah,
no.
when I saw that, immediately it's like, wait, what? That's from the movie.
Who did he? It was a high five, and they stopped it, and it became the front page of the newspaper.
That's right. It's exactly what it was.
Who was the guy? Oh my God, I can't remember.
Was it Jake Taylor?
I'm on it.
But whose fault was it that they had to be at the same time? Was it just someone running too slowly? Someone running too fast?
It's one of those weird circumstances where one of the guys can go way farther than the other guy. Like if I'm on first base, okay, and there's a ball hit in the gap.
Yeah.
I can, but the guy might get it or he might not. If I'm the guy at first base, I can come almost all the way around second. If I'm the guy on third, I got to wait to make sure that it's down before I can go. Well,
you're going to be right on his butt.
You're going to be right up his tailpipe.
Yeah.
But you not even. But if I'm okay, let's say I'm the lead runner.
Yeah.
And Ichiro Suzuki's the trail runner. He's going to close that gap like that.
He's going to be on your heels, but not right next to you. That means you're super slow.
Right, and he's super fast, and he's moved up a base and a half because I can't. Yeah, it could happen.
I thought they did that in the movie just to say like, how fast Willie Mays Hayes was.
The perfect set of circumstances, but it happened.
It happened.
Yeah. It was like a dance move almost, too, because they both perfectly slid similar ways, and the other guy is like, yeah, let's go.
In the movie, the difference is, like in the movie, one guy went left and the other guy went right. In the real life, they both went to the same side.
That's dope.
Yeah,
wow.
It was great. It was great. Who's Hot, Who's Cold? It's brought to you by NextGen, the official AC heat and plumbing company of SoCal sports fans. Call 833-3-NEXTGEN, 833-3-NEXGEN, or call NextGenAaronPlumbing.com.
And one more thing about that slide, too.
Yeah.
One of the best parts is that the umpire gets to do the double safes.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Wasn't Serrano, was it? No.
Might have been. Well, okay, but think about it. There's really only 4 guys we know.
That's what I'm trying to think. It wasn't
Willie Mays
Jake.
Hayes.
It wasn't Jake.
Jake Taylor.
Right.
Serrano. Wouldn't have been Harris the pitcher because he's the pitcher.
Right.
And it's Corbin Burns. That's the only other option. I forget his name. Roger Dorn.
Wait, so his name is Corbin Burns, but there's actually a real Corbin Burns in the MLB?
No, the actor. Yeah.
Corbin Burnson is the actor.
There it is.
Corbin Burnson is the actor. Corbin Burns is the actual pitcher. Yes, thank you.
Him? Now I'm going to look.
Maybe it was Jake Taylor up front because he would be batting towards the bottom of the order. Then you've got Willie Mays Hayes at the top of the order, so they would be on base at the same time.
Sense. You saw Jake Taylor try to run at the end there. Man, did he you know what I'm saying? He looked right. He looked like he was in pain.
That's a good baseball movie.
Yes.
That's a good baseball movie.
I've had this happen to me though when I'm playing kickball where I'm a very slow runner and then my one friend Luca is a very fast runner and like I just like Luca, I can't go. You need to slow down.
Wow.
You just need to make sure that you don't get past, right? Just throw your elbows out so that they can't get past you.
Keep your eyes up. Yes. Don't get past.
I went out to the Dodger game yesterday. Day games at Dodger Stadium are a different animal. In the sun. Yesterday was gorgeous. It was a beautiful afternoon in L.A., and it wasn't that hot. It was maybe 80 degrees, and I nearly melted sitting out in the middle of that ballpark. It is so hot just sitting there.
Did you throw down a dog?
I had one.
You had one?
I had one.
And a beer?
Couple beers.
How'd you feel?
Great.
How do you feel about 999?
Not in my toolbox.
Okay.
Now we went to Guisado's before and had some tacos.
Yeah.
So I had a couple of tacos beforehand.
How close could you get realistically if you were really trying?
Like if I'm trying to do it?
If you're trying to do it.
I think I could do 5s.
Okay, then you can get 9. If you can get 5s, you can get 9.
I have so little interest in it. Like being sick like that and feeling crappy like that for an extended period of time. How much?
A lot.
Give me a number.
See, if we put money on it, you do it. If you can get the 5, you can do 9.
There's almost nothing I wouldn't do for money.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, so it is possible.
What's the number?
10 grand.
Oh, I'd try it for 10 grand. Yeah. You overshot the mark by
10.
a mile. Yeah. No, I wouldn't.
If you said 1 grand,
No.
I'll never know.
1 grand? Okay.
$1,000 would not get me to try it.
5 grand.
I'd try it. But you said 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just saying. All
No.
right,
Hey,
see?
speaking of, where are my golf balls?
They're on the what do you call that thing when you leave the house?
The shelf
where you keep
before
your
you buy
keys?
it.
Oh, yeah.
No,
you know what we
I
call
have
it?
them. I already have them.
You know what we call it in my house?
What?
The thing where we keep our keys.
That
I don't even know
thing.
what to call that
It's
thing.
right there. I
You
was
should
so
bring
excited
it to
coming out.
Pachanga on the 12th.
No, tomorrow, right here. Present you with the golf balls. Congratulations. And you haven't worn a collared shirt since. At least
One day
don't
I
think
did
so.
because
Did you?
I wore one last Thursday because I played golf after work.
Look at you. Okay.
I got to get my game together. Are you working today, Beto?
Yeah, I'm Mason.
Oh, you're Mason.
Oh,
Is
all right.
Ireland here?
Yeah, Ireland's here. I'm
Okay.
looking at Major League clips right now,
Oh,
trying to find
okay.
this out.
See, never mind.
But yeah,
Don't get me started. I love that movie.
It's a great movie.
I watch that movie every single day.
Because Willie
I
Mays
do.
Hayes shows up in the VW bug,
Yes.
but
With
it's like a
the
Rolls
grill
Royce
with the
in front of
Rolls
it.
Royce. It's amazing.
Absolutely love that movie.
That movie is a good movie and it's a good baseball movie.
Yes.
It's both of those things.
Who's your favorite character in that whole movie?
Well, I can't pick Bob Uecker, I'm assuming.
Okay, that's funny. Yeah.
Okay, it's the pitcher. It's Harris.
You love Harris.
I love Harris.
I love Lou. See?
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Lou's my guy. I love Harris too.
You put snot on the ball. I don't got an arm like you. I put whatever I got to put on
Harris
it.
is the man.
Yeah.
No, my favorite part with Harris was I'm giving him everything I got, Skipper.
Yeah.
I think I got enough for one
Dude,
more
that
hitter.
guy looked like he was 65 years old in that movie.
He played the part, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
But
How many times you go to a game, ball hit the outfield, and go too high,
too high. What do you mean too high?
Too high.
And
too
then,
high.
of course, the Who Gives
Forget
a Blank,
about it.
it's
It's
gone.
gone. Yes.
Great movie. The Dump is coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Mason and Ireland on 710.
The biggest show on the radio.
First of all, the buses did not have the money that Mark Walter has. Mark Walter is jumping about 10 levels.
He's worth $6 billion.
Yeah, the buses' money was all tied up within the Lakers. This influx of capital, we're not talking about players. Players do operate under a salary cap.
Yep.
We're talking about everything else. The rest of the league is reacting to this news.
They should be terrified.
They are.
Yeah.
Because now they realize the Lakers are a have when they've been a have-not.
Yep.
It's money to upgrade your facilities and your broadcast deals and your scouting department. Instead of having Rob run the whole department, the whole front office by himself, I would imagine eventually we're going to have like the Council of Elders.
Smartest guys in the room.
That the Dodgers have.
Mason and Ireland, coming up today at noon.
On 710 ESPN.
Pacific Palms Resort, LA's Hilltop Hideaway and #1 work and play resort, provides opportunities for all travelers and locals. Enjoy restful accommodation, dine in the Red Restaurant with an expansive outside patio, or pamper yourself and relax at the spa. Hit the links at one of their 2 championship courses, the Babe and the Ike. Pacific Palms Resort is the perfect choice for a Los Angeles venue for your business meetings, weddings, and big events. Enjoy a beautiful staycation or family holiday at their Hilltop property. Book your stay at LA's #1 work and play resort today at PacificPalmsResort.com.
Thinking about selling your home? Seller's Advantage makes it easy. No agents, commissions, open houses, or costly repairs. They'll give you a fair cash offer with no surprises. One seller said, and I quote, "Seller's Advantage was faster, easier, and more rewarding than listing my house. The offer matched my expectations, and the process was stress-free." Call 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com for your free cash offer.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Hey, Joe Fortenbaugh here. Whether you're locking in your home run picks or riding with your favorite golfers this summer, ESPN Bet is your sportsbook for all the action. Go from checking stats on your favorite teams and players to placing bets in just a few taps. Plus, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with the promo code JOEQ to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York. Every great team has its core players, but when the season gets tough, adding the right free agent can make all the difference. The same goes for business. At Robert Half, we found that 67% of companies surveyed plan to increase their use of contract talent to handle workload peaks and backlogged projects. With Robert Half's specialized recruiters' experience, combined with our award-winning AI, you can quickly find the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
It's time for everything we haven't gotten to today. Yes, it's time for the dump.
I refuse to believe. You told me. You messed it up. You said Wesley Snipes was not an athlete.
He's not.
He is.
He's not.
He's a martial artist, right? That counts. No? Come on.
He's a theater guy.
Have you seen Blade? That's very athletic.
I've seen him.
Stunt double.
Here.
How dare you?
So you've, of course, have seen White Men Can't Jump.
Yes.
Okay. You notice, like, when Woody's playing, you know what they don't do?
It's not in slow motion.
Or cut.
You've ruined it for me.
When Wesley Snipes is in playing basketball, it's in slow motion and a lot of cuts.
Oh, my God. I'm a rube.
That when you watch Willie, you know what Willie Mays Hayes never does in that movie? Throw a baseball. Or really watch him run a whole lot.
Serrano threw that one. He played it over his head.
Yeah.
Serrano threw that back.
Willie,
right. He never threw a baseball.
I'm blanking. Wesley Snipes is an actor. That's fine.
He never threw the baseball.
This is why I have minimum requirements. And they did a good job of editing around him to kind of conceal it for the most part.
I bought it.
It worked, yeah.
But
you know my rule. You got to be. That does not ruin the movie for me. He's totally fine.
He got a hit in the batting cage.
Yeah, popped it straight up. Like him having a bad swing was.
That's part of
the
it.
character.
That's part of the character. Okay.
After watching Days of Thunder, I've realized that the best sports movies are ones that you don't really watch that sport or don't know that sport super well.
100%.
Because like then it's easier for you to buy into the world that this like person's trying to tell you about. Like for example, if you guys watched a swimming movie, I feel like you guys would be more into.
Have there ever been a swimming movie?
There was one swimming movie that I'm. What? What'd you say?
Swim fan.
No, that was more of a killer kind of thing.
Swimming. It's a movie about. Never mind.
So there was a swimming movie that I went to with my swim team. It was about like kind of swimmers breaking the color barrier in this one area of like learning how to swim. I can't remember the name of the movie, but swimming in that movie was atrocious. And it's like I can't. They suck at swimming.
We'll take you out of the movie.
Oh my God, I know that movie you're talking about.
Swim Fan.
Swim Fan is about the psycho girlfriend.
Yeah, I was in high school when that came out.
Yeah, it was scary, right? Yeah, kind of like Fear, but a Swim Fan. Remember the movie Fear?
I do remember the movie Fear.
Mark Wahlberg is a girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I think the movie was called Pride. It's a Philadelphia movie.
Terrence
Howard's in
Howard.
it. Jim Ellis is the coach.
Yes. Okay.
Dolly Parton will have a 6-show residency in Las Vegas. Dolly has not toured in a decade. She has not toured since 2016. So she will have 6 shows in residency in Las Vegas.
I thought she was done performing after the Super Bowl.
I don't know. Dolly's in her 80s. Like Dolly's
was at the Super Bowl?
Which one where she was in the Dallas Cowboy uniform?
I think she just did like the anthem at halftime or something like
it
that.
It was Thanksgiving at
Cowboys.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Peyton Manning walked her off the stage.
I thought she was done performing after
Dolly's 81 or 2. Like Dolly's been a part of our life forever.
Forever. Go Dolly. Yes.
She is currently 79 years old.
79.
And, residencies, you don't have to travel, which is a big positive for people that of a residency. She can still move around, but also it's the whole Vegas of it all. And, Adele. Adele isn't a person known for her, dancing or whatever. Yeah. You can kind of make an intimate setting in a residency, and it's the same place Adele did hers. So they can she can be at the piano, she can be at the guitar, she can sing her ballads, and go on.
Dolly is one of the few people that everybody likes.
She's one of our first crushes.
Yeah, that everybody likes Dolly Parton. So good for her. She's got her residency coming up.
Did you see 9 to 5?
Of course.
When it came out?
When they hooked him up to the garage door opener, it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. I could not. That's still funny to
Dabney
me.
Coleman?
Where they put him in that harness, shall we say?
Yes.
And they hook him up and they rig him up like that.
So funny.
Terrific.
Yes.
It was today in 1969. This is an old song. Sweet Caroline by Neil Diamond was released today in 1969.
No way.
Yeah.
Everybody does it.
Everybody, like, ballparks do it, stadiums do it. If you go to, like, a restaurant that's got live music, that performer is almost guaranteed to perform Sweet Caroline at some point.
Everyone's drunk. It's at a good time of the night.
Yep.
Everyone's feeling it. You sing this part of the thing, and it's the whole bar is going to be rocking.
Absolutely.
I have never felt more like a follower in my life because I don't know why we're doing this, but everybody's doing it, so now I do it.
Let's get caught up in the moment.
Right.
Why not? Honey, I Shrunk the Kids was released today in 1989. The only thing I know about that is that Rick Moranis was in it, and I didn't see it.
And Honey, He Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah.
You never saw it?
Missed that one.
You never saw Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?
Baseball hit the machine, and it activated the shrink ray, and they got shrunk.
They had like 3 or 4 movies.
Oh, there's a bunch of them.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and I Shrunk the Parents.
And at Disneyland, they had Honey, I Shrunk the
Dog.
Audience.
I Shrunk the Dog. Yeah. You never saw that? Really?
I missed it.
What's funny too is like whatever studio put this out is like, what should we name this movie about this guy shrinking down his kids? Wait, just that's it. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
It was cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. Yeah.
Tim Burton's Batman was released today in 1989.
Oh, that I liked.
That's Michael Keaton, right?
That's Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. I did see that one.
I just saw this thing. They had all the Batmans up from him to
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson. Who is the most intimidating looking Batman?
Intimidating looking.
Yeah.
Christian Bale.
I would
That's
think
my
so.
vote.
I'd vote for that
he
too.
He seemed more menacing, but Michael Keaton was pretty when he got the scowl on.
Yeah.
He looked pretty good.
Yeah.
I was not afraid of George Clooney.
Not afraid of George
the one
Clooney.
with the nipples on it, right?
That's Val Kilmer.
Not afraid of Val Kilmer.
What are we doing here?
Not afraid of Ben Affleck.
Right.
No.
Certainly not afraid of Pattinson or whatever that guy's name.
He's a little goth. He's a little emo.
Little
I
emo.
might try that Batman.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right.
I might try him.
Yeah.
That Batman goes more into like the detective part of it too than like Christian Bale's Batman per se.
Christian Bale's Batman's badass.
And ripped.
Yeah, and crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't Bruce Wayne at his very... Beto was just here. Beto ripped me once. Batman, at his very core, is a detective, and he's crazy. That says Christian
he's
Bale.
a vigilante.
Right. He's nuts.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
By the way, speaking of Batman, over the weekend I watched, they did a 20-year re-release of Brokeback Mountain, and oh my gosh, like Heath Ledger is such an amazing actor. And then so he does Brokeback, and then he does the Joker, and 2 years later, and obviously then he passes away after the Joker. But like, we lost so much with him.
I've lost
because
friendships over that movie.
Which movie?
Brokeback.
I never saw it.
Why?
just never. I mean,
Well,
the list of movies
Travis
I haven't
also,
seen.
Like, misses a lot
This
of
is
movies.
true.
So
That's
it's not the
wrong.
same
Wrong.
thing as asking someone
Okay,
else.
I keep telling people that's one of the best movies ever written.
It's an incredible movie.
You should see that.
Yeah?
Yeah, you should see that movie and see the performances in it. They're awesome.
I've seen the movie a couple times now. This is the first time I saw it on the big screen. And also people like seeing it who hadn't seen it before. It's just, it takes your breath away. Specifically, Heath's performance is just so measured, constrained, and the score is incredible. The vistas are incredible.
There's not a boring 30 seconds in that whole movie.
Yeah,
It's
you're
all
locked
good.
in.
Yep.
I saw 2 movies last week, DeMarco.
What'd you see?
And I got another one coming up on Wednesday night. I saw a week ago Wednesday, I saw Top Gun in the theater with Susan and Michael. The
first one?
They rerun old movies in this theater near my house.
Was
We
it
went,
loud?
it's great.
Oh, I love it. Yes. Okay.
It was great. It's a little, it's funny because Maverick is like nonstop, just boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Top Gun has like 3 scenes that are really, really good.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of other stuff.
It's much more 80s in
Yes.
that way.
Yes.
True.
And tomorrow night, or Wednesday night, I should say, Top Gun Maverick back in the theater again. Gonna go.
You know,
Here we
I still
go.
haven't seen that movie again. I haven't seen it twice.
Maverick?
I've only seen it once, and I really enjoyed it. I can't wait to see it
I
again.
mean, also with everything, Top Gun Maverick might be interesting to watch these days.
Why? What happened?
Stuff in the world.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. 100%.
2022, The Bear was released. That's still on, yes?
Yes,
Yeah.
the new season comes out. I think next week or later this week, and they are still doing the full launch every episode at the same time,
Yeah.
which I think
Who's
is
the
just
dude?
beyond me.
What's his name?
Jeremy Allen White.
Okay, how does he become super duper famous? Because he's awesome.
He became super duper famous from
No.
The Bear.
How does he become more famous?
Oh,
He's doing the Springsteen
He's doing
biopic.
Springsteen. That's how he's going to do it.
There you go, right there.
He's going to
Okay.
be on the Oscars. I'm sure he'll either be nominated or be in the conversation to be nominated. So this year's a big year for.
Have you
I
watched The Bear?
Yes.
Yeah, do you like it?
I would buy a ticket to a movie that he's in just because he's in it.
You like him?
I think he's great.
Yeah. I didn't dislike his performance at all. I thought that show, I watched the first full season. I watched the first 3 or 4 episodes of season 2, and I'm like, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
Just it's boring.
Am I overshooting it? I think
Yeah.
he's good.
Yeah.
No, he is incredible. He's won multiple awards for this performance. I really liked him in Shameless. That's how I got to know him, as Lip in Shameless.
Yeah.
No, Jeremy Allen White's great. And have you seen the trailer of him being Springsteen?
No.
So
He looks like Bruce, which
his
helps.
singing sounds like Bruce.
He's
And
really
once
singing?
If
Oh.
you get to the singing part, he sounds like Bruce while he's singing.
I like that guy. Yeah.
Today is National Detroit-Style Pizza Day, which, as far as I can tell, is just rectangular pizza.
Squares?
Right?
Square.
Yeah.
Correct.
And it's cooked in like a radiator pan.
Yeah, it's pan style
Yeah.
with the corners, but that's the best
Yeah.
thing about it is the corners.
No, I'm not saying it doesn't taste good. I'm just saying it's just pizza, rectangle pizza that's a little thick.
You want to partake? The
It's
pizza
good.
joint right here is squared pizza.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Emmy squared.
This is not a thumbs down. This is just pizza. Instead of a circle, we're making it a rectangle
That's all
and
it
a little
is.
thicker.
It's not like Chicago, which is like inverted pizza that tastes like
It's
crap.
like bad lasagna.
Yeah, exactly.
Chicago pizza's bad lasagna.
And why do they push it on us?
We do. California does not have a pizza.
Well, we have that Pizza Kitchen place that's thin
CPK
crust,
no,
crispy.
But we don't have a style.
Like a style? No,
New
I guess
York
not.
style.
Isn't
deep
San
dish
Chicago
Francisco,
style.
San Francisco puts broccoli on it.
I didn't know there was a Detroit style until now.
Yeah.
Because you said it's just squares, right?
It's literally it's because the pans that were used like to collect the oil and they were throwing them away, like
Yeah.
because Detroit auto industry. So they started using these pans to cook in.
That's it.
And that's where the pizza shape comes from.
I don't think we have a pizza.
No, we should get.
That's okay.
Let's
We
think
should
about
make our
this.
own pizza?
Yeah.
We should. I'm with you.
But they
There we
have
go.
to be kind of
Stuffed crust.
stereotypically LA, so you got to put like kale or something on it, or
Is that
stuff.
ours?
Or it could
Stuffed
be
crust is ours?
No, I'm just saying we
Bacon
should-
dogs on a
Bacon
pizza.
dog pizza?
But that's a topping. That's not really a
Yeah.
style.
We need a style. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
Shakaroni.
Shakaroni.
I've seen worse. It's big. You know what's shakaroni? Big pizza.
Yeah.
Big triangles.
With lots of pepperoni.
With
on it.
lots of pepperoni on it. Super Crosstalk's coming up next.
And reaction today on ESPN, NBA Today, a post-game 7 edition hosted by our very own George Sedano. Be sure to watch Sedano starting at noon on ESPN and, of course, on ESPN Plus. And then hear George's reaction today at 3 o'clock. Sedano and Cap on 710 ESPN and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Ever feel like the road is out to... Thankfully, Hyundai is always working to ensure it doesn't, with over 130 IIHS Top Safety Awards since 2006. IIHS Top Safety Awards include Top Safety Pick and Top Safety Pick Plus awards to Hyundai vehicles from 2006 to 2025.
Now for a limited time, lease a Hyundai Tucson for only $259 a month or get 2.99% APR. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end July 7th. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
Hey, DeMarco Farr here. Join the club at Pechanga Resort Casino. New club members who sign up receive a $25 resort credit as well as a chance to win $100 in bonus credit. Enjoy perks like earning club dollars with every bet, invitations to exclusive promotions and events, and much, much more. Visit the club at Pechanga to sign up and start receiving benefits right away. Your perfect entertainment resort and casino combination is available at Pechanga. Voted the best Southern California casino.
Hey Rams fans, it's your quarterback Matthew Stafford here. Join me for Walk United LA at the Rose Bowl Stadium on July 20th. Participants can walk or run to support fire recovery efforts and our most vulnerable LA communities. Learn more at walkunitedla.org. See you there.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ireland is here. Beto is here. And Ireland, you're throwing gasoline on the DeMarco sixth-round pick
I would
fire.
have taken him first. I told I would have taken DeMarco or Kirk first. And these guys have no respect
Not
for your
first. Zero.
past as an athlete.
That's okay. What did you call it? A value pick? It's about to be.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's great value.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have been first, but you should have been lower than second.
I look, I need to be better. I haven't shown out as much as I should have. So
Beto, you say no?
We're about to change this.
He should have gone higher than that.
Thank you.
I sent everybody, Mason and
I love
Kaplan.
Mario and I love Brian Cohen. Yeah. Neither one of them should have been taken before DeMarco or Kirk.
How come you don't play?
They saw you play last year. The last couple years, you hit bombs.
Don't play?
He's never here.
If it was
it's always on my birthday. My birthday and Laura Roma's birthday is on the same day, July 15th. So I'm always out of town that week.
I would come back if you got pick 6, you would be upset, right?
No,
I would break.
John be mad.
I'd be upset, and then I would say I won't be there. Yeah.
I think you're saying.
Oh, by the way, when is the golf match between your brother and Travis?
July
the day
12th.
after the softball game.
Okay,
Yes.
What is your brother's handicap? Do you know?
I could ask him. I don't know.
All right, text him.
Text him. What is your handicap?
Yeah, just
okay.
what is your handicap?
Okay.
All right?
Yes.
And then you and I are making a bet.
Oh, we are? Oh, awesome. Okay.
As soon as I find out what your brother's handicap is.
John is playing against Travis, so he knows Travis.
I know.
Game.
Okay.
But I have no idea how good DeMarco's brother is.
Yes.
But you did see his golf bag.
Yeah.
Remember when DeMarco showed us his brother's bag?
He has a bag like he plays a lot.
What's your handicap? Okay,
and it wasn't just that it was nice equipment or expensive equipment, which it was, but you could tell it was well used and it was the right equipment.
How about sight unseen? Take Travis. Come on. How much?
No, I'm going to take Travis. Yeah. Your brother's handicap is going to determine how much I'm going to offer you.
Okay, this is going to be good.
Bet.
Come watch this.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for this to go
Are there
down.
strokes involved, or are you going straight up?
I don't know. I don't think we've really negotiated the finer
Why can't we
points
just go
of this.
straight up?
We can.
You
I'm happy to.
But if your brother's handicap is like a 15, Travis should probably give him strokes.
Okay, I'm waiting.
And
John,
vice
stop.
versa.
Wait, so was his bag set up the proper way?
Yes.
I think he had PXGs in his bag.
Oh, come on now.
So we know he can play a little.
He's talking golf.
What kind of bag was it?
It was, I don't know the brand of the bag, but
Didn't he have PXGs in the bag?
I don't remember. He had a
PXGs
Titleist
legit.
driver. He had a Scotty Cameron putter.
All right.
He's
good.
The clubs were in the right spots.
Yes, your brother is going to come back with about an 8.
Well-worn wedges.
I'm an 8.
Oh, that's key.
That's
right
a
there.
tell. That's a
If
tell.
he's an 8, you want to bet what?
If he's an 8, I will bet $50 on Trav.
Done. This will be fun. Okay.
If he's
How do we
less
double
than
that
an
and
8,
triple that
we're
during the
lowering
game?
it to
Are
20.
we okay? We're negotiating right now without your brother being a part of this.
Or without
John,
Travis saying-
are we doing
I'm
stroke
looking
play or match play?
Match play. Gotta
Match
be,
play? Okay,
right?
I would think, yeah.
Yeah, stroke play is no good because then if somebody takes
Yeah.
a 20 on one
Right.
hole,
But here's
the
the thing,
thing's
though.
over.
The day after the softball game, which means Travis is going to have no effort during the game, but you
That's
guys are
what
going
he
to be out
said.
there. But you're going to be out there all day long for the listener game, right? You're doing your show. That's a lot of hours in the sun for Travis. He might be worn out on Saturday.
No.
Really?
No,
I just wanna
Travis
see you lock
doesn't.
in.
Travis
Really?
doesn't overexert, if you know what I
Okay.
mean.
Yeah, and I'm with him for no effort, but
Yeah.
the sun might
Yeah,
drain
he's
you.
not pulling.
I got a big
Mason.
hat. You saw my hat at
Oh,
the
yeah,
Dodger
that was
game
nice.
yesterday.
That was
I
nice.
got
I
the
saw the sun hat.
big straw hat.
That's
I'll
what
be under the shade.
I want to see Travis lock in. I haven't seen him lock in and start playing.
I will
I've
lock
seen
in on
my
the golf
brother
course.
do it.
You've
Sure.
seen it.
If there's a bet, especially.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm betting on Travis. It's just a matter of how much.
Is he that good?
He's good. He's better than me, and I'm good. I'm not great, but
Okay.
I'm good. and He's
Are you
better
a
than me.
stick?
No.
I would say if you had an
No.
index, it'd
What's
be
your-
about between 5 and 6.
Something like that.
Yeah.
What's
No
your
way.
handicap?
I don't have
He
one.
doesn't have one because he doesn't play enough.
Oh, okay.
But he beats me every time, and I play all the time.
Okay.
Oh.
Because
Yeah.
that might be the answer. I don't know.
If I had to
Let-
guess,
let me put it
I
this way.
That might
just
be
looked
his
mine.
answer,
I just
yeah.
looked mine up. Mine's an 8.3. If Trav and I were being honest, he would give me either 2 aside or 1 aside. You think?
I think it would be 1.5 if we're being
Okay,
honest. I
all
would give
right.
you a half shot on the third and fourth hole. Yeah.
Travis is giving shots. Wow, you're good. Because Ireland's really
If
good.
I make putts, I'll be all right.
Where are you guys playing?
Temecula.
At Pechanga?
At Pechanga,
Yes.
yeah.
That's a tough course, too.
I've only played it once a million
That's a
years
tough
ago,
one.
so it is tough.
It's the course
Do you know
we
if
were
you're?
on?
Yeah.
Do you know
That
if your
one.
brothers
Yeah.
ever played there?
He never has. I told him.
Okay.
He's
There's
excited to play
no
there. He
local
knows it,
knowledge
though.
advantage because I played it once, but it was literally 15 years ago. It's been a long time. I have no recollection.
I remember you
other
said it
than
was
liking
high-low.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
elevation change, and that's really all I remember about it.
Okay.
You
So
feeling better?
$50. You said 50.
50. I heard
we're
50.
On. Okay, we're on.
Yeah.
So-
If you want to lock in 50, I'll do 50.
Done.
Okay,
Pound.
straight
There we
up.
go. There we
Right?
go. This is good.
No
I
strokes.
got
This is good. Look. That's what I'm waiting for
No,
right there.
no strokes, right?
I got $1 with you.
DeMarco, no strokes. We're
No
going
strokes.
straight up.
Straight up.
When did your brother start to play golf? How old was he when he started playing? Was he playing
did
as a
not
kid?
play when we lived in the same house. And
Okay.
he left when I was 16 to go to college.
Okay.
Yes. So he took up golf after that in his 20s.
Oh, he's been playing a while.
And he's our age, roughly?
Yes,
Does your brother belong
he's 4
to
years
a
older
club?
than me. Yes.
Which
Don't ask me which club. I don't know.
What's your brother's name? He might be in the.
Oh, yeah.
Mario.
Mario Farr?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You're going to look up his gin,
I'm going to
John?
look up the gin. I'm
Yeah,
going to go
it'll
on the
pop
gin
up.
Since
thing.
he started working for Raytheon.
Okay.
Yeah, he's become the golf guy.
How
Like
often
how he watches NASCAR, he golfs, and at one point was chewing tobacco. I'm like, what house did you grow
Yeah, I
up
was going
in?
to say, it's a mixed
Right.
bag of
I grew up
stuff.
with you. Where the hell did that come from?
yeah.
Right.
Wait, is it the bag or does he get the can?
He used to get the dip can.
Does he play?
He's going like
Not
this.
found.
Not found.
Not
okay.
found. Okay,
Does he
wait, hold
play
on.
in tournaments, DeMarco, or does he just play with his buddies?
He just played in South Carolina
Oh,
in a tournament.
He's good.
No handicap. I no longer want to pay for it.
What-
that means he's really good.
Ask him
You
the
can
last
say
time.
10 if they need a number.
Okay.
Sandbagger.
I feel good.
Then it's not a 10. That means
Okay.
he's a 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
don't want to pay for it anymore. It means I'm too good to care.
And I can't win at a gambling.
Yes, that's
okay.
what it is.
This is
Because
good.
if you, not that I know anything about this, but
No.
if you have a gin, a real one, and it gets low, it's almost impossible to win.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're too good.
Because you're giving shots to just about everybody, and you rarely shoot the number.
That's
on the
like my
gin.
buddy. You probably played against my buddy Eric Johnson, who was a tight end for the 49ers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good tight end, too.
Yeah, Ivy League guy.
Yes.
He's a 1.
Damn.
But
Oh,
he,
jeez.
but and he hits the ball a mile. But he never enters scores, Trav. So he's probably, yeah.
Wow.
I mean, he might even be better than that.
Wow.
Damn.
So
This is going to be good. I can't wait. This is going to be good.
And
Yes,
you're
sir.
playing too?
No, I'm just driving the cart. Mixing the drinks.
You should do the 9, 9, and 9 on the front 9.
I could do that for a challenge.
Yeah.
As I'm watching you guys do it.
Yeah.
You're on.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm doing. Thank you, John. You just
There
sparked
you
us
go.
up
I
again.
inspired you for golf.
Thank you
$50
very much.
coming your way.
First
There you go.
first of many last night for OKC?
I don't think so.
No?
Here's why. Beto, I haven't talked to you about this yet. I'm sure
No.
it'll come up on the show today. But there have been 7 straight different champions in the NBA.
Yep.
It's never happened before. And I will tell you this. The first one of those was Toronto in 2019. And we knew when they lost Kawhi that they were probably one and done. But when the Lakers won in 2020. everybody said, okay, this is LeBron and AD announcing that they're Shaq and Kobe. The Lakers are going to go on a run here and rattle off 3 or 4 more. Haven't been back since. 21, Giannis in Milwaukee. He arrived. Everybody says, well, now that Giannis is here, he's not going to come down from that mountain. The Bucks are going to win 3 or 4 in a row. Haven't been back since. 22, the Warriors. Everybody went, oh, great. Now the Warriors have reloaded. They've got Steph, Clay, and Draymond, but now they've got all these young guys, too, like Jordan Poole and Jonathan Kuminga, and all. They're going to be great. Haven't been back since. Denver the next year. Everybody said, the whole team's under 30, including Jokic. The West, remember this, Beto? The West goes through Denver. Haven't been
Not
back.
anymore.
Last year, Boston, with Tatum and Jaylen Brown as the leaders on the team, both in their prime, everybody said, everything goes through Boston now. Not only, Trav, did these teams, the ones I just rattled off, and then this year, OKC won. Not only did these teams not go back the next year and make the finals, none of those teams made it past the second round.
Too hard.
It's exhausting to win the title. And I know they're young, and I know they're good. They got a great coach. They got a great GM. They got a great big 3.
And it's also Presti's first title.
Yeah.
All those years, all those teams he's built up.
But-
He's been a GM since the mid-2000s.
When you, and DeMarco, I don't know if you agree with this, but Michael and I argue about this every once in a while. I don't care who you are. If you win the title, you're not as hungry as the guy who's never won it before. So now
I'd rather be the hunter.
everybody is coming for them now. And these guys who've never won a title are now going to, like these guys in Houston, now that they have Durant, are coming.
Are they the second favorite at this point with that trade? They go.
Well, they are in Vegas already.
Yeah.
Yeah. OKC's one.
He
Houston's
shot
2.
up quick
Yeah.
with the Durant move.
I think I agree with what you're saying, John. Does the fact that Oklahoma City not only has young guys in Chet and Jalen Williams and, of course, Shea and others, but they're flush with picks, too? Can they continue? Yeah. Does that change the calculus of it all?
Here's what nobody's talking about. Beto, how do you pronounce that guy's name that they have that's sitting out with the ACL that was a top 5 pick?
Tobin?
Isn't it Tovik or
Tovik?
Jovic?
The European guy?
The European who got a ring for not playing.
Yeah, he got a ring for not playing. They say he's like the next Ginobili.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And he's just sitting there waiting to get. And so that means you can get rid of one of your role guys like Lou Dort or Cason Wallace, and you just slide this guy in there. And they have 14 first-round picks in the next 7 years. So they're going to just reload. They're always going to be in it. But no, I do not think it's a lock. They rattle off 3 or 4 more.
The great equalizer is people always get hurt.
Yeah.
It happens every year.
Happened to Boston this year.
You never know who it's going to be. You never know, if it's. I don't even want to put anybody's name on it for bad karma, but it just if one of those 3 guys goes down, it's like, okay, that changes everything.
So you want to hear something weird?
Yeah, Topic, Nikola Topic.
And they say he's like really good.
6'7" kid.
Yeah, they say he's Ginobili. So 3 major all-star Hall of Fame level players tore their Achilles this year.
Yeah.
Jason Tatum.
Right.
Lillard.
Damian Lillard. Tyrese Halliburton.
The game is hurting guys now?
Well, here's my word.
Everybody's Achilles, man.
They all wear the same jersey number.
Oh, no kidding.
Whoa.
They all wear the number 0.
Stop.
That's freaky.
Isn't that weird?
That's creepy. But is the game hurting guys now?
Well, here's
is
what's going on with Achilles. Achilles.
Yes.
The same thing that's going on with elbows in Major League Baseball?
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
And
overuse?
They're starting way younger.
Yeah.
They're playing more than ever before.
One of the things that we're going to lead the show with is Michael said, and I joined Michael in this chorus 2 week and a half ago, whenever it was announced that Halliburton had a strained calf, Michael came right out and said, I wouldn't play. And I went, you have to.
You have to.
It's the finals.
And they might not get back like we just talked about.
If I have a 50% chance of blowing up my Achilles and I have a 50% chance of not, I don't know when I'm coming back here. I'm playing. But now I think maybe that narrative changes. We'll see.
Luka had the calf thing when he was in Dallas and he didn't play. And they sat him. If I'm Luka, the odds of going back to the finals over and over again are better than if you're Tyrese Halliburton or some of these. When you're on the 1 yard line, I got to go. Because I just don't know if I'm ever getting down here
especially
again.
Game 7.
Yeah.
I can't fault the guy for trying.
I would not. Yeah, you can't.
How much did you bet on me?
50.
50?
Yeah.
Right.
You want to have my action?
We'll talk. That's Super Crosstalk. We'll see you tomorrow.
I don't like that.
And react Action today on ESPN.